Welcome to part 4 of Barkson Files Squig. My name is Rose, and I'll be your DM for this evening, or whatever time it is for you. And now I'd like to introduce our players. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys, starting from the top as per usual. I am the top, so that's fair.
Okay, hello, I am Vegan Bear, and I will be playing Benjamin Sickle.
Hello, I'm Mira. I will be playing Sammy Jax.
Hello, my name is Abby, and today I will be playing once again Tally Mark. Oh boy.
You can say that again. All right. So this time I'm not doing the typical intro. Instead, we're just going to jump right into the game. But yeah, Billy still is giving his report, and everything is as been usual. Anyways, so we return to find our party still sitting at their table in the hen house, the remnants of the delicious meal sitting before them. There's still some green on each of their plates, aside from Ben's, and it's sharp against the grayscale world. Not that Billy seems to have noticed. He just grins, looking around the table. Okay, so have you thought of anything, or are we just gonna go? Because if I'm being honest, you kids, I'm running out of ideas. This isn't in my job description. Guess I could try and sniff around. Like I said, I'm at a loss. He trails off, looking a smidge remorseful. Then he smiles again, softly. But that doesn't mean we have to give up. There's still that elf over there. He shrugs and adds, could still be a coincidence. By now, the happiness each of you felt after your meal, aside from Ben, has faded somewhat. All that's left is a pleasant, tingly sensation alongside the warmth of a full belly. However, there is something else that you may have noticed. It's subtle, but for some reason you feel as if you're more charismatic. For the entirety of this session, everyone except for Ben gets advantage on their persuasion rolls, but you're going to have to remember to that on your own. Sorry,
Oh my
Vegan,
God.
maybe the fries didn't pay off. Maybe the fries didn't pay off. But hey, at least Billy's paid for all of your meals, as is evidenced by the bill waiting to be picked up by the server. He's still waiting for his change, though.
Aw.
Ah.
Who said Benjamin wasn't happy with his fries? He's happy with them, just not as happy as the rest.
I can assure you, they were delicious fries.
They were.
Perfectly fried.
I am partially upset because this whole time I thought, okay, no, never mind.
You know
Oh.
what? Persuasion, that's not a bad thing to lose. For Benjamin, at least.
Okay, advantage on persuasion, guys. You gotta remember that because I'm not reminding you. That also means Barkson and Koda both have that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Real quick, Billy mentioned the elf that had been following them, right? The real kind elf.
Oh, the one back from Miss Toodle's place.
Yeah. Yeah. Something to be sus over. Tally is immediately sus. In fact,
So you
can
guys
I
got any thoughts?
roll something to spy on the elf? Is that a thing?
Okay. I gotta think. What would perception? Perception? Would that be perception?
Well, maybe like
Investigation?
stealth and perception. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Let me think on this.
But like Tally is still in disguise, so like she probably wouldn't be recognizable? Question mark.
I'm gonna go with investigation.
Oh, you had to make an investigation, huh? Didn't you?
Sorry.
Okay, first roll of the night.
Worse
10.
than last time.
Average.
Yeah.
Worse than last time. Yeah, okay. The elf that I mentioned is still at the bar. Pablo's serving him. He's having a drink. I mean, what else do you want from me?
I'm sus. I'm still sus.
All right. So is that everything? Should we move along?
Yep.
Yeah, Sammy just kind
I
of shakes
believe
his head at like Barkson asking if he has any other ideas and stuff, and just is like, "Let's just go. I don't know what else we're gonna be able to find here, really."
Fair enough, kid, but I still have to wait for a check.
Oh, that's right.
And as he says that, one of the Silky kids comes over to pick up said check. She's the elder one, not the one that greeted the party at the front of the restaurant. When she arrives, she smiles, reaching for the check, but then stops and blinks a few times, staring at Ben. Sir? I'm sorry, but do I know you?
Benjamin, he's a little like, what do you mean by know me? He's got a bit of a nervous smile, a little.
You look really familiar. She cocks her head to the side and like squinting at him.
Benjamin's
I
kind of
do
hoping
know
that it's
you.
not from the wanted posters. He's hoping it's not from those.
I do know you. I'm sure of it. Wait a minute. I think I still have your poster.
Wait, what?
She moves to rummage around in her hammer space. You just go ahead and do that.
Are you going to do it in the Coconut Gallery or on what?
The game zone. Here, let me
Game zone.
check out a hammer space. Was that a D10 or
yeah,
D20?
D10.
It's a D10.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's
If
just
you
a
fumble, it's
9.
the D20.
All right. So
Ooh, Benjamin.
she succeeds and pulls out a poster. She moves to show it to you guys.
Sammy appears to look at it.
Would you like me to describe it?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
The poster, it's a little ruined, very slightly. It looks like one of those old circus posters with bold lettering. You know, the red, yellow. I don't know how to describe it. But of course, there's the big character standing in the front, who's the main attraction, who looks awfully a lot like Benjamin, but in a white suit and a white top hat. And around him, he is surrounded by animals that look like they are shadow puppets.
I knew it. It is you. See, look.
Benji, you didn't say that you worked in the circus before. That's cool.
I never do it myself.
Huh? And Sammy's shading turns gray.
Sir, can I have your autograph? My little sister, she would absolutely adore it. I mean, I would too.
Could I have a pen?
Yeah, sure. She starts rummaging around in her hammer space again. But
Real
while
quick.
she's doing that,
Real quick, while everyone's distracted, Tally's gonna attempt to take the food that Benjamin didn't eat.
what, the fries?
No, the egg food.
Benjamin didn't eat the house special. He ate fries.
That's what he
Yeah,
got
he
instead of
never
the house
ordered it.
specials.
Never ordered it. There's just probably leftover fries.
I never ordered it. I ordered fries.
Okay. Dang it, never mind. I thought it was there. Dread.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Like TV persuasion or something.
But if you want to, you can steal fries that he didn't finish.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay. Are you gonna pull
but
out the pen for Benjamin or?
Yeah. As I was saying though, as she moves to roll hammer space. Oh, my cat just joined us. Hi, cat.
Hello, kitty.
I hammer space my cat. Okay. All right. So as she moves to pull out her pen, which she does succeed in doing, Barkson places a hand on Ben's shoulder and mutters, "Kid, might not be the best time."
But what do you mean?
He flicks his gaze towards the bar.
What is the elf doing?
The elf has stood up, and you guys can all see this if you pay attention. The elf has stood up and is making his way towards the exit.
What? It's just a guy leaving. Ooh.
Tally is going
Scary.
to slip under the table, and she's gonna roll stealth to follow.
Go ahead. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a
Okay.
disadvantage for everyone except for, I guess, Pablo and the elf, because I mean everyone there knows you just slipped under the table.
Look, Tally is a small bean.
So roll twice. Only just.
One,
Oh
never
wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh
Like,
no.
she goes
Everyone
under the table
knows.
and goes to
Sorry.
follow, and she trips. She trips, and like the tablecloth on the table goes with her.
And Sammy
The
just
elf
grabs
saw you?
her. Sammy grabs
The elf
her.
saw you and speeds up.
Sammy grabs her
happened?
and looks at the retreating elephant just kind of shakes his head. His shading is purple.
Ow.
Yeah,
And
the elf
Kelly's just
has and is well, he's kind of obvious now. He's trying to leave very very clearly in a rush.
Tally's just pouting and rubbing her forehead.
Don't go
Also,
alone,
I can't
Tally.
roll that one, and it's still an 8.
Look.
No, stop. I have to go right back. No, stop eating plastic.
Oh no!
Again!
No!
Wait, quick question. Does Benjamin have time to finish off the autograph, or does he just get interrupted before he's able to?
I think it basically the interruption made it like just a messy scribble, if I'm being honest, because of all the commotion.
I would say that the signature is not extremely pretty. He doesn't have a very pretty handwriting, but hey, they wanted his signature. There you go. It's his name.
His name. Good golly. I can't believe Tally's like second rolls in that one. Good golly.
Sounds like something said to Koda. Oh no, I just imagine like Koda sitting off in the corner chewing up plastic and Sammy's like, no, stop eating plastic.
Oh my gosh, that would happen, and Sammy would just
I
be
heard that, and that's perfect. Koda is nomming on the silverware.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why she did that. I gave her treats in a desperate attempt to stop it.
Oh my
Cats
god.
can do whatever they want. They're so stubborn.
Oh jeez,
Anyway.
I had a panic attack because oh shit! Not only is that happening, it's happening during the game.
Pat.
I can't believe this. I never should have had a twister. Okay, well, now that we've confirmed that Koda is in fact eating plastic and silverware, I guess we can get back to the fact that this kid is holding out a pen and the poster, but also Barkson looks worried because the elf's leaving. Not
And Tally
very
just critically failed stealth.
the elf to speed up.
Tally is sus.
Benjamin, he's paying no mind to it. I don't think he has noticed that this is the same elf from when they broke into the flower shop, so he just thinks it's some random dude that all the others are obsessing over.
Benji, I love you. I love you so much.
Honestly, yeah. He's such a child in a. Well, I mean, he's adorable.
Very cute.
And my cat's back.
Yeah. Or is that a no?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I was saying, yeah, your cat's back, or is that a no?
No,
Is
no,
that
it's
bad?
fine. She's not being bad anymore. She's being good, girl.
Okay, shall we
Well, I'm
continue?
glad-
Or
Yeah, I'm glad
Sorry.
you mentioned this. I'm glad my cat's part of the game now.
who are they playing
Alright.
as? Introduce them.
They're playing
No,
as
they're playing as
themselves.
Okay. They're playing as that calico that beat you up. Okay. So anyway,
Okay,
what's
okay.
your decision?
Refocus.
Okay.
What's your decision,
Refocus.
guys?
Well, Tally is in Sammy's arms. So
Yeah.
Tally's fate is up to Sammy. And like I think Tally's just kind of squirming in Sammy's arms and like pointing to the elf that's leaving, like, come on, we gotta follow him.
I know, but you can't go alone. Don't go alone.
I'm alone by myself all the time and I'm fine. And she just kind of pouts up at Sammy.
Sammy just looks down at her, and his expression is extremely serious, and he's just like, you don't go alone. Not with them.
Oh boy.
Kids, we don't have time for this. You know, look, okay. Hey,
Fine,
kids,
if
sorry.
if
I'm
I
real
can't go
sorry.
by myself, then you gotta come with me. Come on. And like Tally is going to try to squirm out of Sammy's arm. She's not waiting for anyone anymore.
You can roll grapple and stuff if you want, but while this is happening, Barkson turns to the kid, you know, the silky chicken, And he goes,
Mhm.
"Sorry, kid. I'll bring Ben back later if you want to talk, but we really got to go right now. Hey, you know what? You know what? Here, keep the change." And he just shoves the bill at her.
Oh, is that
Okay,
strength?
Yeah, well,
that's
that's
athletics or
acrobatics.
acrobatics.
I did
You
acrobatics.
can go athletics or acrobatics.
I'm gonna
Mira
do
has to
strength because, frankly, Tally needs to roll
No,
strength when she's grappled like this.
athletics or acrobatics.
Or acrobatics. Okay, well, if the option is there, acrobatics it is.
Tally's gone.
Tally, wait!
Bye bye.
Noom.
Okay, Barkson scrambles to his feet, groaning, and chases after the kid, who is chasing after the elf, apparently. Koda cackles and
She's-
flies after them.
Stealthing. Tally is stealthing. She wants to be sneaky.
Not with
I
that
want
roll,
to-
you didn't.
Come on, please. At least let me reroll stealth.
No, you got to until you're outside. There's no way you're stealthy in the restaurant.
Boo. Okay.
There's
Benjamin, he just
literally no
chases
way.
after the rest.
And Sammy follows in the back.
Chasing.
Yeah,
The poor kid
chasing.
is just left standing there blinking and holding up a pen.
Oh, honey.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh.
poor chicken. But she looks, even though she's very confused, she looks happy all the same because, hey, that was Ben. But yeah, okay. So you guys head outside, I presume. Tally leading the way, followed by Barkson, then Koda, then Ben, then Sammy. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
All right. Okay. Tally, you want to. So when you go outside, the first thing you see is the elf making a sharp right-hand turn and going behind the restaurant,
Oh, that
pushing
is
his way through the
sus.
small crowd.
That is sus. Tally does not trust alleyways. Oh boy. Okay. Stealth again, if you don't mind.
I'll let you do it since he's out of sight.
Good. This is like the one thing Tally's decent at. 24.
24.
24!
The crowds don't even notice you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sneaky child.
That elf has no idea you're following him, even though he definitely knew you were following him. He just somehow you're so stealthy that it escaped his memory.
Mm-hmm. And also while like Tally's following him, she's taking off the disguise so like it's easier for her to move around. So now
No more
Tally
bunny.
looks like Tally again.
No more bunny.
No more bunny.
No more bunny.
No more bunny.
Aw.
So, is there anything else you guys want to do, or are you just gonna follow that elf?
I guess we're
that
following the elf.
I missed that, Vera.
Follow that
No.
elf.
Follow that elf.
Though Benjamin,
All right.
wait, are they all following Tally, or are we
Yeah,
all still following?
Tally.
None of you can see Tally.
No, no one of you can see Tally. Even Barkson's lost sight
Yeah.
of her.
Benjamin, as they enter the alley, he does become a little bit more cautious with his shoulder feathers rising slightly.
Okay.
But that's all.
So, let me go ahead and describe the alleyway to you. The alleyway is very small. Only 2 grown adults can stand comfortably next to each other at a time. And actually, I would go ahead and say that, with the exception of very small creatures such as Koda, only 2 people can stand shoulder to shoulder, period, and still fight comfortably. So the order you go in is Tally in the lead, followed by Barkson and Koda. Barkson's next to Tally. Koda's flying behind them, kind of above them. And then you have Ben behind them, and then behind him, I'm gonna guess is Sammy.
Yep, Sammy's behind Ben.
All right. So in front of you, you see that elf has run off down the end of the alley, and there's another humanoid there. You can't quite tell what the humanoid is, but they look they're conversing with the elf, and in front of them are a pair of big muscly humans. One's an orc, actually. One human, one orc. I misspoke.
Oh.
Okay, real quick. Tally has a climbing speed.
Mhm.
And
And
Tally would like to climb onto the roof of the building.
I'm afraid you can't climb there, but to your right there is a balcony of sorts you can make your way up.
That's valid. She's going there. Is like the same stealth roll from before applicable, or do I have to make a new one?
A climbing roll, actually. It'd be athletics.
Actually, no. Tally, because she is a thief rogue, has a climbing speed, so she can climb
right.
30 feet without rolling.
Oh yeah, okay, sure, you can do that. Your stealth's fine then.
Alright, rad. Tally is now on the balcony.
I do have a question. Sorry. Are there objects within the alleyway, like dumpsters, trash, stuff like that, or is it just one clean alleyway?
It's actually pretty darn clean. The alleyway behind the hen house is spick and span as it gets.
Well, then Benjamin's screwed.
Sorry.
It's okay. I was just curious.
There might be some trash lying around, but nothing big.
Okay.
All right. So, are you guys? What are you guys doing? Are you just gonna?
Tally is perceiving from the balcony. Yes. She's just like trying to sneakily listen to what the peck is going on.
All right, go ahead. A 16.
16.
All right, with that, I'll give you, and you're the only one who knows this. Across from you, there's another balcony, and on it there is another musclehead wielding a crossbow.
Oh.
You're the only one that knows this, though.
Okay. That's okay. That's scary.
Do you guys do anything, or?
Okay. How far behind are we from Tally?
Tally's all above you, but she's in between the two groups, basically the halfway point between you guys and the thugs.
Mm. Okay.
Oh boy.
Then,
well, if you guys aren't
I'm
going to
not
do
really
anything,
sure.
if you guys aren't going to do
I'm not
anything,
really
then
sure.
I'll have to say that the moment that the thug on the the thug on the right notices you, he turns and he snarls and charges forward, rushing Barkson.
Oh boy.
Barkson, no.
Hey.
I'm gonna roll to attack.
Is it initiative time?
I'd say it is. Go ahead and roll
Wait.
initiative.
Oh boy, initiative. Okay, what's
I'll
your
wait
initiative
for you guys
bonus?
before I start rolling.
Alrighty. A 10.
Keep track of your initiatives so you guys can help me.
Yep.
Okay.
11 for Tally. Oh boy.
It's just one above Ben.
Okay.
Woo.
8. That's great. That's lovely. Okay.
Here, I'll write it in the chat for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry, I kind of started writing it, but we can both write it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start rolling quite a lot,
Alrighty.
actually.
Oh boy.
So Tally, Benji, Sammy so far.
Mhm.
Who is that?
Who is this?
Is this the ogre? Orc? Sorry. I don't know how to pronounce.
No, this is the humanoid. The humanoid musclehead.
Humanoid, musclehead.
I put T1 is fine.
I just put human muscle.
T1's easier in this case.
Okay, so we have
This
Tally,
one-
Sammy, human.
Oh.
Oops. Okay, that didn't work.
Under
Here,
this
this is
hashtag, you do
let's try that
hashtag.
again. I don't think that worked.
Okay.
No, it did work. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Orc?
okay.
To label it,
Okay,
you do
who is this one?
You do
That's
hashtag.
the orc, aka Thug 2.
Oh, okay. Orc.
Thug 1, Thug 2.
Oh, I just put down who they were. Okay.
Rules.
Okay, who is this
This
one?
is the thug in the balcony
Okay.
across from Tally.
Got it.
Oh, okay. That's how that works.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
how it works.
Okay. Also, what is it an action to
It has to be
pull out
after
something
the...
from
Sorry.
Is
like,
it an action to
okay.
pull something out of the hammer space, or is that a bonus action? I
I'm
forgot.
gonna say it's a bonus action in this scenario, and nope, this doesn't want to work.
Let me show
Okay.
you. Let me show
Retype
you
it.
how it does it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Aha!
Oh boy. Okay.
That's the elf. Scout.
That's the
1.
elf?
Yep.
Okay.
And this is his friend over down there.
Okay. Who is this again, you said?
There's so many.
And I think that's everyone. Let me double check.
Alrighty, so the order I have gotten down is Elf, Tally, Benji, Sammy, Human Muscle, Balcony, Orc, and CS2. Sorry, I have a bit of
prefer
a...
to use the T2
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what
And
I got.
I forgot who are all of them, so I'm gonna leave Abby to that one.
Ta-da!
Hurrah!
Hoorah!
What about Billy?
Oh, right, and Koda. I knew I was forgetting something. I knew I was forgetting something.
The one of them was charged straight at Billy, and we forgot to roll initiative for that thing.
I forgot someone. All right, let's
I
do
will
Koda
add
first.
Billy.
And Koda.
And Cody. Oh gosh.
I told you there are a lot.
There's a lot. Oh boy.
And that's
Oh.
Koda.
Oh no!
And
Koda,
this
you
is
sweet
Billy.
bean.
Ooh,
Oh,
Billy.
Billy, nice.
Billy and the elf are going at the same time. Who goes first?
All right, so in this case, I'm going to say it's, let me double check. It's Billy. Billy goes first.
Got it. New list.
All right. However,
edited it.
thug number 3, I believe, was the orc one. Did I say? me double check
I think
that.
that's
No, it was
that's
2.
one.
It was 2.
Thug 1. Thug 2.
Thug 2.
Yeah.
Thug 2 is
Thug 2.
the orc one, and he gets the surprise round.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Okay. So he is going for a hit,
it.
naturally. I'm just grabbing it. Okay, nope. It's just a d20 as far as I can tell. 13. And Barkson, it does not hit Barkson.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it misses.
I think that's a good
Even,
thing.
oh, wait, no, it's a +4 to hit, so it does hit Barkson.
Oh, dang it.
Mm.
Yeah, I forgot the +4.
Billy,
Okay.
why?
Okay.
Billy, no!
So, as I said, one Nagoons, a thug, charges forward. He's real kind, the orc, like the rest of the people you can see, but something seems off about him. It becomes apparent what it is when he slams his mace down on Billy. He's practically frothing at the mouth, snarling with rage. Even his companions seem to have been avoiding him, as none of them were near him when you entered the alley. That one I mentioned had been back behind him a little bit. So,
Oh.
in an absolute rage, he uses his mace to multi-attack.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Who does he attack now?
I'm
Well,
still working on
you have
Billy.
to roll damage, right? For that first one.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
Oh boy.
Benjamin's he's now terrified. Not enough
If
for
I
a
recall
didn't
correctly, guys, help me here. Does bludgeoning halved when it comes to tunes?
I think they have a resistance to bludgeoning.
No, that's
No.
an
they?
old version.
I
There's
thought so.
There's the acne effect though.
Yeah, I thought so.
Starting at level 5, you can use this ability to become resistant to any non-magical attack once per long rest.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
Yeah.
All right, so that's attack 1, and Billy takes 7 damage.
Okay. Bye bye.
I'm just writing that down. And here's attack number 2.
Ooh.
It misses.
Nope. Miss.
Oh.
All right. And that's the surprise round of combat. The thug is in your faces, snarling. Or rather,
Oh,
he's in
boy.
Barkson's face. So Barkson stumbles back, gasping in shock, because he hadn't expected that so early on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's his turn now. So he gets to retaliate. So Billy,
Get him. Sorry.
he'd already taken out his rapier, I forgot to mention, and he has a shield in his other hand. And he moves to attack.
Oh.
So much typing.
This is good now.
I think he hit.
Oh, nice.
I think Billy hits.
Yeah.
So he slashes,
Think.
Whoa.
he
That's a
slashes
21.
at the orc, swiping at his shirt and drawing blood. But of course, the shirt is now in tatters.
Oof.
Are you gonna roll damage?
On it.
Okay.
5 damage to the thug.
5 damage. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I'm gonna say that 1 second here. Okay. Oh, what was that?
Oh.
Oh, we're all good. I thought I heard something. So Billy turns to all of you and yells, "Be sure not to use non-lethal damage. We aren't executioners. We need to bring him in for questioning."
Non-lethal. Okay.
That's what Billy told
Non-
you, at least.
Okay,
And-
non-lethal as in what? I'm sorry,
If you
I
just
don't know.
say non-lethal, that means you're not going to kill them, essentially. It's a weird rule in DnD where if you say
Yeah.
it, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So with
Okay.
that, he's going to end his turn.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. That means it's the elf's turn
Scout's
next,
turn.
right?
I'm writing down the order.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gotta
I
look
told
up
you it's going to be a
these
battle.
spells. Oh boy.
Let me just jot this all down so I have easy access.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I need to look up some rules real fast. Where is?
Oh gosh, dang it! The spells don't want to work.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. It's
Almost
just
there, and Koda's dead last. Poor Koda. He was caught off guard. Okay. So the elf moves to attack now, scowling as he realizes that you followed him, and he +4 to hit. He is aiming for Koda, and he misses.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Koda's flying.
Exactly. It zoomed right past Koda. He was caught off guard, but not caught off guard enough to get hit by an arrow.
Good.
However,
Oh boy.
Oh,
the
does
elf
it
can
hit
fire
Benji?
again. The elf can fire again, and this time the elf is aiming for Tally.
Oh.
Hey, what? Hey, I have 24 in stealth. Hello?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Okay, fine.
I'm
He's aiming for
hidden.
Koda again. I'm sorry. I
worked hard
forgot.
for
In the
this
chaos
stuff.
of it
I'm
all,
gonna
I'm
keep it.
sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my apology.
Okay, who are you
You're
aiming
fine.
for
Koda
now?
again. It makes
Koda
sense.
again,
Koda
okay.
again. Of course, it's a miss. So the scout's scowl deepens and he moves to draw another arrow, but that's the end of his turn. Now it's Tally.
Okay, I'm wondering if Tally has 2 attacks or 1. I'm not sure. There's nothing that says she has 2 attacks, so I'm gonna assume she has 1. Okay. Let's see. Bonus action. Okay. Real quick, Tally's gonna have to roll hammer space to pull out her dagger.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I won't make
like-
it be an action. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
generous like
okay.
that.
Yeah. Tally takes off her hat and pulls out a dagger, and as a bonus action, because she's still hidden, she's gonna cast a green flame blade.
Okay.
Okay.
When she does that, her eyes flash pink for a second before the knife is now in green flames. And now she's gonna throw the dagger at the guy on the opposite balcony. Non-lethal.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. Roll to hit with the dagger. that many. 10!
No,
Tally!
that dagger misses by 1.
Drat.
No.
Well, there's a dagger that funks into the wall next to the guy, and meanwhile, on the opposite side of the alley, he now sees the child who is no longer hidden, who is now sweating.
Mhm. However, I'm going to say the only one to notice that happening is the thug you're aiming for, who does a double take as seeing this dagger come out of absolute nowhere.
Oh.
Hello, sir. Sally just
Hello,
says very, very nervously.
Hello, sir. He's just boggling at you and then snarls and aims his crossbow, but it's not his turn, I don't think.
It's not.
It's Ben.
Yes, it is.
Unless you have more,
What?
unless you have more, like a movement or anything.
I used a bonus action to.
Yeah,
Well, she
I'm
does
asking,
have a
do you want
30-foot
movement?
climbing speed. Is there like
So?
other balconies above, or like a roof above that she could climb to, or?
I can't.
What's
I'm not
her-
gonna say you can climb to the roof, but if you want, you can move to another balcony to the side of you, but that wouldn't be over the the enemies.
Well, she's gonna do that because she has a climbing speed. Just move far away.
You're now over the enemies, but they don't know you're there,
Nice.
except for the thug you hit. Or tried to hit, of course.
Yeah.
All right,
Uh,
Ben's turn.
and, like, as a free action, I think Callie's actually gonna call out a warning to the others about the guy in the balcony. Just like
If you do
hey, there's
that-
someone up here. I know, but Callie
Okay, they all
wants
know you're
everyone
there.
else to be aware. Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
knows you're there.
yeah.
But
she
now they know
has,
what's up.
yeah.
Is it now my turn
Okay.
or?
Yep.
But I So okay. I need to know: is that ogre guy the one that orc guy who attacked Billy? Is he still there? Is he still angry and mad?
Oh, of course he is. He only just barely got Billy. He wants more. But I
Okay.
will say that Billy is slightly apart from the group in this case. The only one closest to him is
Okay.
Koda, who's flying a little to the side. You are behind them.
Okay. Oh boy. This may be a very dumb move, but I want Benjamin to run closer to the ogre if that is possible. Orc.
You can go underneath Koda.
Alrighty, I duck underneath Koda, and with that, I would like to cast what? Boy, where the heck is it?
What's it
I
called?
just had it. I'm
What's
trying
it
to
called?
figure
I
out
can
what it's
pull
called.
it up. Drop this.
No, I have it written on here. It's just I can't quite remember what. I can't find it all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. Found it. I want to cast Shocking Grasp onto the orc.
Oh, that's a good one. Cool.
Okay. So I roll to hit or
Yeah,
Go ahead.
melee spell
Yeah,
attack.
grasp you do.
melee spell attack. Oh boy. Okay, so what do I add when I do the melee spell attack? Do I add strength or I'm sorry.
It would not be strength.
would
Shoot,
be
I don't have
your-
that.
It would be your spell casting ability modifier.
Alrighty. Fudgers, I need to remember. I'm sorry.
You're valid.
I was
Fighting
not
hard.
prepared.
Fighting
That's
hard.
okay. That's okay.
Okay, his spellcasting is charisma, so
All right, so add
It would
your
be-
bonus then.
Your charisma
okay.
plus your proficiency to make
plus
the
my proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be +7. 26.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, dirty
Yeah,
26.
no, you hit the thug. You hit the orc. Definitely hit the orc. How much damage did you do?
You're level 5,
Uh,
so I think it does 2d8 lightning damage. Yeah.
2d8. Yeah, so it's fudgers. That'd be a 16, correct? or yeah. I'm sorry.
No, no, you
Oh,
do.
Uh,
No, you roll
what?
2d8.
yeah.
You
Oh,
do.
I
You
roll
literally roll a 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
There we go.
Well,
Aw.
either way, you're getting a 2.
But this
Uh,
does mean, as it says here, on a hit, the target takes, of course, the 2 damage that I just, and can't take reactions until the start of its next turn. So they can't react.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
so
no
the thug
reaction.
takes
That's
2
nice.
damage, and as you slam your palm into his chest, the orc takes a step back in shock, quite literally, as electricity arcs through him. He completely shrugs it off though, and turns to you with frothing at the mouth, with absolute snarl. You've gained his attention. Billy curses.
Oh boy.
Hey, I never said I was the smartest.
Oh boy.
All right,
Hey,
I'd say
Sammy.
Sammy's turn now. If you have more. Ben, do you have any more?
But I would like to. I still have a bonus action, correct? I believe I do.
think so. But it
yeah.
works oddly when you
Maybe.
have spells,
Yeah.
so depending on what you want to do.
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch all of it.
When it comes to spells, it works a bit differently, so it depends what you do. However, I will say that you still have movement speed, and since there's no reactions, you can retreat if you want.
I would. I don't think Benjamin would retreat, but he would get prepared by pulling out one of his daggers from his hammer space, if that is possible. Or would that be a no?
You know what? Sure, I'll be generous.
Okay.
I'll be too nice. All right, now it's.
I
Yep,
believe.
you get
Yeah. He pulls out one of his daggers.
The orc does not look impressed. That's Sammy's turn then.
Sammy is frozen at the foot of the alleyway, and his shading is completely gone. It's just white. And he's staring at the entire chaos that's going on.
I don't blame them.
And
So
so
he's stunned.
he's frozen, and he's going to pass on his turn this time around.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, that leaves the next thug, the one that's a little ways behind the brood of an orc. So he's actually going to stay back, and he's going to draw his crossbow. If I give you guys the option, then he can too. And he's going to aim for. He's going to aim for Tally.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Question. They're below Tally when she's on the balcony, right?
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to have disadvantage on this shot because.
I was actually gonna say I would argue for cover.
Yep.
Technically.
Cover.
So that would give Tally a plus bonus to her AC depending on what kind of cover it is.
That works better. That does work better.
Yeah.
How do you
Well,
half
it depends.
cover?
'Cause if it's a quarter cover, it's only like a +2. If it's like half cover, it's like, hold on, I can look up the specific rules if you want.
Yeah, no, that works. Half cover is fine in this case.
Okay.
She's so small she probably barely peeks out.
Yeah. Hold on.
He's aiming for a headshot, basically.
Oh no, that's not cool. Okay.
No, it's not. But he's not the good guy here.
Yeah, half cover gives Tally a +2 to her AC.
Okay.
So that means.
So he's aiming for her.
Yeah.
With his crossbow.
6
Does that
to
hit?
cover. That does not hit.
Mm. All right. That's great. Oh yeah. Okay.
Just dinks off the side of the balcony.
It does. Let's see here. Holy shit!
Ooh.
Who's that?
10 damage.
For what? Wait, what?
That's Oh, it doesn't hit? I thought you said it did hit.
No, it doesn't hit. Doesn't hit.
Oh, okay. So that's good. That arrow would have done 10 damage to you. But it whizzes right past.
Oh. Tally lets out a shriek.
Okay. The thug moves to reload, of course, and I'm going to go over to the one across from you.
Okay.
Oh my.
He does not have cover from this one.
No cover here. So he is aiming for you as well with his crossbow.
Oh, great. Oh, that hits. Oh, no.
Yeah. Let's try that again, shall we?
Oh, 8. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. So let me do some math. Okay, I've done the math. Red.
Okay.
What's the math say? You're not doing good? Are you doing okay? You're not bloody, are you?
I'm doing okay. Tally has a lot of health for someone of her size.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. So I'm
But
gonna
if you
say it's
thought
right
she
back
let out a shriek before, it's nothing compared to now.
All right. The orc's turn again. And this time
Okay.
he's aiming for Ben.
Oh.
And of course
This
he's gonna
animal.
roll back. I assume that misses.
Yeah, it misses.
And take 2.
Oh, forgot the
Oh.
exclamation point.
Oh, my bad. Yep. My bad.
Okay, whose thug is this? Is this thug? Yeah, that still misses.
It's the
Yeah,
orc.
definitely misses. Yeah,
This is the orc?
whiffs entirely. In his rage, he overbalances and completely whiffs.
Benji, he's kind of terrified there, but he's not gonna drop out.
All right. So the other humanoid in the way back next to the elf goes and aims for Billy, and that is a +4 to hit. Yeah, no, that hits. That definitely hits.
Oh no, Billy!
Uh huh.
Billy!
Billy! No! How much damage?
6 damage to Billy.
Is that a lot? I don't think so.
No, he's okay. He's doing okay, though. He grimaces as the arrow hits his shoulder.
Oh. Oh, that makes Benjamin even more worried. Hello?
Here, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second here.
Sorry.
I'm subtracting.
No, sorry, I thought I cut out.
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh boy.
So Billy has taken another chunk of health off, but he's doing okay. He's not looking happy, but he's doing okay.
Okay.
And with that,
Oh
it is Koda's turn. Just give me a minute here. I'm too many characters, but it's for the sake of the battle.
Koda, please.
Koda, save us.
Save us.
Oh, so I'm still very disappointed in you, Benjamin, for only dealing 2 health. 2
Considering his
damage,
hit.
2 damage, not health. But with that kind of hit, how the heck did
Koda's
you only deal 2?
pissed.
He probably
Koda
panicked.
is looking pissed because he just hit Barkson. His ears flame red, and he enters a rage.
Ooh. Angry
And
bat.
with that, he has his axe out already, because of course he does.
Of course.
And he swings at the orc. Second here. This is why I have so many tabs. It's exactly why I have so many tabs. +7. And then... yeah, that's a +7. 18. That definitely hits the thug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Go off. Go off, small bat child.
Damn it, Koda!
Mm-hmm.
Go wild. This is the
Oh,
only time Sammy will let you go wild.
I forgot to mention something important. When he rages, he drops his shield that he normally holds. So he's two-handing the battle axe.
Okay,
So it's a D10 +6.
got it. Red.
Ooh, 11 damage.
Oh,
Funk.
That thug
So-
staggers back and he doesn't look surprised per se. He's still very, very pissed. But that did take a good chunk of his health.
Ooh.
Koda snarls in rage as he lands behind the thug. He'd flown over him to do this overhead swipe, cleaving down his
Boy.
backside.
Ooh. Nasty.
And with
I
that,
love it.
and now it's Billy's turn. Billy is the
Billy
leader
Barkson.
here.
What?
So again, he swipes again at the thug with a
Ooh.
he hits, but he has something else surprise ready. So
Oh.
first, 1d8 plus 3, 9 damage to the thug. Let me add that. The thug is looking bloodied.
Ooh.
Oh.
And now I'm going to add a d6 for sneak attack damage. Surprise, surprise, Billy's partially a rogue.
Woo!
Nice.
Go, Billy!
I am getting the dang thing because 1 second here, sorry. Frustration.
You're valid.
Yep, there we go. And extra 2 damage on the thug.
11
Ooh.
damage.
The orc wheezes in pain, but he's not letting up on the fight yet. Next up is the elf.
Okay.
I have too many rolls, damn it.
Also, I did look it up to see if Tally did have 2 attacks, and she does, but she has to have like an offhand weapon. It's weird.
Well,
So,
you can always draw another dagger or something.
except she doesn't have another dagger.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You, Benjamin
She
could
used
give
to
you
have
one.
another dagger, but then she stabbed the engineer and he got that. So
Wait, what?
Well then, I forgot. Yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
yeah,
All right. The scout is aiming for Billy again.
this child
That
has
misses.
canonically stabbed the engineer.
Spoilers for subway robbery.
Apparently.
Sorry.
Both attacks miss. The arrows whiff past Billy.
Ooh.
And it is Tally's turn.
Tally. Okay. Tally's panicking. Tally's
Do
having
you
a
need another
freak out.
dagger?
Like I'm gonna roll Hammer's face again because now she is switching to her other weapon. Oh no.
No.
Oh
No.
no.
What do you pull out?
Hey, where's the fumble chart sheet?
I happen to have that on hand.
Please. Can I? Thank you.
Okay. What did you roll? A 12.
Okay.
Another knife.
The gods have Lalu has given you a different dagger.
It's dull, but it works.
Tally pulls out. She's aiming for her short bow, but then she freezes in surprise at the knife, and she's like, you know what? I can use this.
I'm gonna say it does half the damage of a dagger.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. I want to say I want to use my bonus action to hide, but is there anywhere to hide up here?
I mean, that's a good question. You could argue that the you know what? Let's see how good your stealth roll is.
Oh boy, yeah.
Goodbye.
It's gonna have to be really good though.
9.
Yeah, no, definitely not. If you use your bonus,
There's a flower pot right next to her, and she hides behind it.
yeah, they definitely know you're still there.
Tally doesn't know that, and you know what? It doesn't matter because now she's gonna throw the knife at him.
At whom?
At the same guy she aimed at before.
The one across from her. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a D2 plus 4 because it's half the.
Amazing.
Well, that's only if I
Stab
hit.
with a bread knife.
Okay, here is.
Oh, not 20!
Okay, crit,
Okay.
hit him with the bread knife. Hit him with the bread knife. That's damage. Oh, you have crit him with the bread knife.
I have critted with a bread knife.
Oh,
So
damn
that's
it.
You get to roll again.
that's just 12 damage.
No, I think you have to roll again, if I recall correctly.
Are you sure? Okay.
No, I think it's double damage. That's been
Is
the
it?
rule.
You know what?
It's double
If you
damage.
want it to be that way, I think from what I recall, it depends on the DM. But if you guys want it to be that way, we can make it that way for now.
Yeah, like that's
It's
just
just
been
that-
like what
alright.
everybody's doing, so.
Yeah.
So 12 damage to the thug across from Tally. Well, diagonal Tally. He looks
Yeah.
absolutely stunned as a bread knife spears his chest.
And then
this child, I don't even know what to say. He just looks down and looks back up. He like just staring in shock. He gestures to the bread
And
knife.
that's why you don't shoot people, because it's rude and I will fight back.
With a
I
bread knife.
have more knives.
He insistently gestures to the bread knife.
There's more where that came from, buddy. Tally is making a move to reach into her hat for more.
Is that your turn?
And that is the end of Tally's turn.
Yeah, that's okay. It's Ben's turn.
Okay. Okay, I guess it's now Benjamin's turn.
That was the best thing ever.
Oh boy. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. I need to figure out what the heck Eli. Wrong character. Benjamin. What is Benjamin gonna do? Since his dagger is throwable, I believe he's going to try and throw the dagger at the orc. He's not coming any closer to that man.
He's right next to the orc.
Never mind then. I forgot. He's just gonna stab him then.
Okay.
He's already close. Stab the orc. Stabby stab stab.
Stab.
I believe I add a
Roll
+4
to
to that. Does that hit? I don't think so.
Orc? No, I can't say it does. Sorry.
How the peg?
Is that your move?
How do you pet? Benjamin, how the peg do you miss him? He's right next to you.
He's much bigger than you. Considering Sally's head pulled off with a bread knife, you're probably a little embarrassed, eh?
I'm not sure if Benjamin saw the guy being hit with the bread knife. You did but I am a little.
Okay, is that the extent of his turn?
I don't think there's anything else that Benjamin can do, but he might try retreating backwards.
If you do that, I have to say there's gonna be opportunity attack.
Wait, but that one can't take reaction, right? Because of
Yeah,
shocking
because
grasp?
Only for a turn only.
Shocking grasp.
It's only for a turn.
Shoot.
But no, wait. It says they only have the reaction time until their next turn, or is
They've
it
already
until?
had their turn.
They already did.
Because they went before you. Yeah. Dang.
They did. Oh no.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, Benjamin's going to retreat backwards now because
Don't
All right.
retreat
Well, he's
anyway.
gonna take his opportunity attack.
Nat one. Oh, that's not a nat one.
Oh no, I'm gonna guess that hits.
yeah, I guess.
I mean, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 6 damage on
Bonk.
Ben from the mace that flies his way when he tries to retreat.
It's still.
Alright.
I'm not sure if I should have already recovered 2 health that he lost from the cat, but he didn't.
Oh yeah, you can have that back from the cat.
Okay, I'm giving that back from the cat because I
The
didn't
fries
give it back.
killed you. Your fries killed you.
I'm not gonna let some dumb cat be the reason on why Benjamin dies.
No, not today. All right.
Today.
So next up is Sammy.
Sammy he kind of shakes his head as if to clear it, and then moves closer to the battle, and I'm trying to think of, he moves to the side and then pulls out a crossbow and
Ooh.
angles it up and is going to fire. Second.
Here we go. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say Koda shrieks. The arrow had hit him in the back.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
He shrieks. Roll
And then-
damage.
Whoa.
I'm rolling real quick for
What just happened?
the second attack.
Okay, who the heck is attacking?
Hey, hold on. What's? Oh, no.
Sammy, did you hit Koda?
That one whizzes
Hey!
past, missing his wing
Well,
by
no,
inches.
I rolled both.
Oh, wait, no, that's the damage. Sorry.
Yeah, that's damage.
Yeah, no, okay. Koda takes 6 damage.
And 8 damage.
Ah,
And
okay. You don't have to roll twice for that?
no, it's 2 attacks.
Oh, right. Okay. I still think you have to roll twice for that. But you know what? For the sake of this, I'm gonna
Well,
say they both hit.
The thing is, they were both dirty 20s. And
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
geez, that was a
both-
double. Oh, wow.
they were
Oh,
both dirty nat 20s, and
I
he
completely missed that. Well,
he-
yeah, both definitely hit.
raises his
One hit
crossbow
back.
up, and then
One hits him in the back, and the other hits him in the leg.
and Sammy's eyes crease, and he says, "Oops,"
Oops.
and ends his turn.
What do you mean, oops? What?
Oops.
Koda shrieks and spins in midair to stare at where the bulls came from, looking around wildly. He doesn't look at Sammy because he doesn't expect it to come from Sammy.
Oh.
Hey,
Don't
did
look at
Tally
Benjamin.
see that? Did Tally see that?
It's up to Sammy. Would you say it was how stealthy do you think you're being? Do you want to roll for that? Then again,
Hmm.
Koda shrieked, so
No, it wasn't stealthy at all. It wasn't stealthy at
Oh.
all.
okay. Koda took 14 damage from those 2 arrows.
Oh no.
Tally roll insight.
Not until your turn, you can't.
Because I think I know
Right.
what's happening. And if I think what's happening is happening, Tally would be very well acquainted with this.
Oh.
Okay. So the thug sees this happen. The thug, not the orc, the other one, and laughs and aims his own crossbow at Koda,
Oh.
whose back is to him now.
Wait, might I ask, Sammy, how did you hit Koda?
I think I
Uh,
know what's happening.
Luckily, that shot goes wild and hits the wall, completely missing Koda. And that's the extent of the thug's turn. Next up is the orc. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Next up is the one across from Tally, who aims for Tally again with crossbow.
Nat 1!
All right, no, I think that misses.
Well, considering Tally just tried to intimidate him, maybe he's.
Yeah, he's still a little. He's shocked. He can't aim straight. The raging orc, essentially. It's his turn now, and he's gonna aim for Billy because he's lost interest in this pathetic little bird.
He's trying his best.
Sorry. He completely misses Billy with his first hit.
Wait, the same orc that Benjamin shocked? Or
And he misses with his second hit.
Oh boy.
All right.
wait a second.
So that's all the thugs, but now the scout in the back, not the elf.
Mhm.
Oh, Bobby,
What?
are you typing?
I was just gonna put the order in the chat again because it's
I
getting lost.
have the order. I can do it. I already have it waiting.
Oh, maybe I should pin it. I can go back and pin it. I think.
Here you go.
Can
I already have it in here.
All right, well, that works too. Let's see if I can pin. I
kept
cannot, but
that.
not the same.
Okay. Well, I have it ready to copy and paste again for when we need it.
Okay, thank
Oh
you.
boy.
Okay, we
Okay.
both have it.
So the scout is again going to aim for Billy with his first shot. Oh, that's a crit.
Oh no!
That's a crit. First
That's
shot.
a crit.
Uh,
Oh boy.
This is not
I
going
wish you had
well.
done double damage. 8 damage to Billy.
Oh boy.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad considering.
Yeah. So that was the scout's first hit. With his second hit, he aims for Ben.
Oh,
Is a 14 hit?
it does.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wait, what did you hit him with? An arrow?
Yep. And
Oh.
it does 8 damage.
Oh.
8 damage to Ben.
Okay. Oh boy. Benjamin does not take that nicely.
Nope.
He does
And
not.
it's Koda's turn. Koda is looking around in shock. He can't understand what just happened. He's still his ears are filled with red still. However, there's a tinge of purple in them. But
boy.
he decides not to dwell on this and dive bombs the orc because he can only assume it was just another of the bad guys.
Good thing he didn't think it was Benjamin.
No, he doesn't even think that far. It didn't come from you anyways, the direction.
It didn't.
All right. So 1 second here. He is going to... Oh, goodness. I think I forgot something.
Oh.
He has resistance to all damage while raging. So I think I
Oh,
can
come
have...
on.
What?
Ah!
What? No, Koda does.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So
I
if
thought you
it
were
was
talking
12
about the
damage
orc.
more-
I was like, wait.
No, don't worry. So if it's resistance to causes damage, correct? Am I remembering correctly?
Yeah, when barbarians are angry, the damage is
Yeah.
halved.
So instead of 12 damage, he takes 6. Oh, wait, what was it again? It was 12?
Yes? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was 12.
Yeah.
14, sorry, it was 14.
14. So 7.
Yeah, 7 damage. Okay. Sorry, I'm got so many things open.
You're so valid.
You're so valid.
Scatterbrained. All right. And let me just check this. He's going to use... Where the heck is it? All right, fine, be that way. I'll open up Barbarian. Another tab for me.
9.
Oh boy.
All right, there it is. Okay. He's going for a reckless attack. He gets advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn.
Okay.
The attack rolls against him have advantage until his next turn as well.
Oh boy.
So he's gonna, yeah. So with his first attack, he's gonna go ahead and aim for the orc, and that is a +7 to hit. Okay, yeah. That's a
Don't
crit.
even need advantage.
That's a crit. Alrighty then. 1d10 plus
Alrighty then.
4. He's going for non-lethal, believe it or not. Or is he?
Where is he?
Let's hope.
Oh
So that's
boy.
24 damage.
Bonk.
4 damage.
Oh, jeez. That's Billy. Koda swings down with his axe, aiming for his head, but the last second tilts it to the side so the flat of the axe strikes him across the crown. The orc crumbles. He's knocked unconscious.
Good. Okay, that's one
Good.
down.
Stay down.
With
Okay,
his
so
second attack,
Okay.
with his second attack, Koda flies to the thug who'd been using the crossbow. Not the one
one
across
on
from
the
Tally, but the one on the ground. No, the
Got
one on the
it.
ground. And he's aiming for him.
Koda.
Koda.
Hits?
Advantage.
No, only the first round. Only first
No,
attack
it
of the
does
round.
it. It does it for both of them. I thought.
Let me double check.
I think reckless works throughout all the attacks.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all the attacks. You're correct. My bad. Good thing.
I played a barbarian once. It was very fun.
Awesome. All right. No, I'm going to roll again just to see.
Just to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no 16.
First roll better.
Yeah, first roll definitely better. Okay, so with using his versatile battle axe, he swings down at the other thug.
Woo.
Not a d20, a d10.
Okay, which thug was the orc? Was that thug 1, thug 2, thug 3?
Thug 2's down.
Okay, thug 2 is down, so I'm taking him out. Of
And thug 1 has just taken 12 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 So Koda roars. It roars in absolute outrage and frustration and pain, honestly, as
Oh.
he goes down to strike the second thug. With that, he ends his turn. Next up's Billy.
Yeah.
Billy looks around because he had noticed the arrow coming, and he looks behind. He doesn't see anything, so he can only assume Sammy has it covered. So he darts forward to help Koda, and he moves forward and uses his rapier again. But he is also going to... One second here. I'm finding it. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so he's going to use his rapier. That is his goal here.
Okay.
17 most definitely hits the thug. And I
Good.
have to apply its
Good.
sneak attack as well, because Koda's
Sneak
there.
attack. Sneak attack.
Mm-hmm. So 1d8 plus 3. That's his first. 8 damage to the thug.
And then
The
it's
thug
plus
is looking
the sneak
bloodied.
attack.
Thug is looking
Alrighty.
bloodied. And another 5.
Ooh.
Boy.
That thug goes to fall one knee, but manages to keep his balance as Billy yells "on guard" and charges and swipes at the man.
Nice.
Okay.
Next up is the scout's turn, because damn it all, why they have to be spaced like this?
Oh boy.
All right, so the elf is not looking happy that is the raging barbarian there went down.
Yep.
Hmm.
And the raging berserker, rather. And he goes to aim at Koda with his
Ooh.
first
Oh,
attack.
boy. They have advantage on Koda specifically.
Yep, yeah, he does.
Oh boy. They probably don't need it though.
Now that hits, but only just.
Oh boy. Only just. I forget. Barbarians always have like such high AC. Good golly.
Okay. So that with that first attack, he's gonna do 1d8 plus 2. 9 damage to Koda.
Oh
Ooh.
boy. And now for the second attack.
And he's gonna again aim for Koda because he realizes how successful that first shot was and decides to do it again.
Yeah, great.
All right. 16. That
Punished
does not
for his
hit.
hubris. Punished
He's
for his
punished for his
hubris.
hubris and misses entirely. he takes a step back and aims goes to aim his bow again. Next up is Tally.
Go,
Tally
Tally,
would
go.
like to roll insight. Can I
That
argue
will be your
for
bonus
advantage?
action.
Yeah,
That will be your
I
bonus
know.
action. And
Can
that's
I
up to
argue
Sammy.
for advantage?
That's up to Sammy.
Well, I think that
Or
Tally.
rather, it's up to Mira.
I think that Tally would have advantage a bit because they were on the same Dreamscape boat together.
All right.
So I think that
Okay,
she
yeah.
would
Tally
pick
gets
up,
advantage then.
she would pick up
Okay.
on something.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's good. That's quite good. Let's try it again, though. We can do better.
That same roll.
Or not. We can do exactly the same. We can do exactly the
Hey.
same.
Hey, so what's happening?
That's Mira. It's up to you. What do you want to say?
Sammy's shading is nowhere to be seen, and
Mhm.
he's giggling quietly, and there's a weird crinkle to his eye, like he's trying to smile, but it's wrong. There's something extremely off about Sammy, and you don't sense any of that familiar type of magic that you would potentially see in your own experience. But something is wrong with Sammy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay. Can I, as a free action, have Tally yell at everyone, "Hey, somebody's making Sammy do something," because that is exactly what she is assuming.
All right,
Sammy hears
that's your
that
free
and
action.
laughs. You think?
What?
Billy and Koda both spin around in absolute shock as they hear that laugh echo through the alleyway.
You really think?
What?
It's still your turn, Tally.
Yep.
Why are you laughing? I'm scared. Stop
Tally-
laughing.
I'm gonna roll a d2 to decide what Tally's doing. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Tally is not going for her weapon again because the last time that happened, she got a bread knife. She's casting Eldritch Blast, and she's gonna hit the guy across from her with it. If she could pecking hit.
Okay.
So I make a spell attack. Oh!
Yeah, no, that's a crit.
That's a crit! Okay, Eldritch Blast does a 1d10 damage. Oh boy.
4 damage.
Okay, was she aiming for the thug across from her?
Yeah.
That's kind of amazing. 16 damage.
Can I say that
4
she
damage.
does it like super scarily? For the nat?
Yeah, sure, with the nat 20, but it kind of just dings off his armor, denting it.
Yeah.
Like she looks absolutely horrifying. Shadows waving behind her as this beam of pure, terrifying, dark energy shoots out at the thug, quivering in his boots, and it bounces off basically.
Oh.
But it did do
Yeah.
some damage.
Tally is glaring at the guy, basically as a, "You better decide to leave now." And that's Tally's turn.
This child is honestly, I think at this point, I'm gonna say that the thug is scared of Tally.
Good. Fear the small bean.
Oh boy.
He will no longer attack Tally. This child is too terrifying.
For Pete's sake, she hit him with a butter knife. With a bread knife.
And it
sorry.
did max damage.
That
All
is scary.
He still has a butter knife sticking out of him, though, I gotta say. Alright, it's Ben's turn. Unless Tally has any
Ben.
more?
That was Tally's turn.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to ask Where are all of the enemies located? Quickly, I want to know.
Okay. On the
So-
ground is the orc knocked unconscious with a big lump forming on his head. Koda and Billy have both charged forward to the other thug, the human. To the left above you is a
Okay.
thug in a balcony, and behind the unconscious orc and the humanoid are two other scouts.
Okay. Quickly, I need to read the description. Okay, so at the two. Okay, Benjamin, does he see the two scouts?
Yeah, sure, you can see them.
I would like to cast magic missile at both of them.
Which one you aiming
Can
for?
I?
Neither of them been damaged. Either the elf or
I-
the other one.
With the magic missile, I create 3 glowing darts. Each dart hits a creature of my choice, which means I can choose which missile hits who.
Yeah, which one?
Uh,
Exactly.
So I would like 2 of the missiles to hit the elf and 1 to hit the other scout. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
Okay, so a 1d4 plus force damage. What? Never mind. Okay, so a 1d4.
This is the first one.
Okay.
Going for the elf.
First one at the elf.
Yep.
Fire. No. It's loading. It's loading. My fudgers. My computer's having trouble thinking, so I'll have to do it through my phone.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. Sorry. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. I'm sorry.
that's a lot of damage for 1d4. All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot
The
of damage.
first bolt strikes the elf and strikes the elf in the hand, knocking his aim askew slightly. An arrow he'd been about to fire shoots off into the distance.
Nice. Alrighty.
The next one hits him dead on in the chest, and he staggers back a step.
Alrighty. Last one. Because he. Ooh, 5. That's
All right.
10.
And the human next to the scout hisses in pain as the blast hits him in the arm.
Double damage?
Oh, it's only if it's a nat 20 to hit.
Yeah, only not 20.
Okay, never mind then.
All right. And now it's Sammy's turn. Unless you have more?
I don't really have anything else to do.
All right, Sammy's turn.
Sammy's going to aim for Koda again.
Why?
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 Why Koda?
Okay.
That hits.
Okay, which one?
The first one does not. The second one does.
All right.
Sammy, are you a shapeshifter?
I am confused. I am confused. I am so scared.
7.
How's Koda
7 damage to Koda. Koda's looking okay, but the red is draining out of his ears. It can replaced with purple, completely replaced with purple, except for there's a little bit of dark blue tinging it.
Oh.
So
Did Koda hear
as-
what Tally shouted earlier?
No, he heard, hence the purple.
Okay.
how
Okay.
do you like
Koda just
that?
he doesn't really attempt to dodge that much with the second one.
What did Sammy just say?
How do you like that?
I don't like that.
Sammy, you good?
I don't like that. No, I don't like that.
And he's giggling.
Sammy, you good?
Oh, I'm perfectly
Sammy?
fine.
Sammy, what are you doing?
Oh, you know. And he's kind of swaying back and forth, holding the crossbow kind of loosely in his hands. He looks like he's having so much fun, but his shading is completely gone. There is no shading at all. Swaying back and
with that-
forth.
And with that, it is the thug's turn. The one being attacked by Billy and Koda. Or, well, currently Billy. He is going to desperately swipe at Billy because his health is running low and he's getting desperate. He's getting very, very nervous.
Who is?
He's taken out his mace and okay. He's taken out his mace and he swipes at him. That definitely
sorry.
hits.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's okay. He definitely hits with that attack.
Who does? I'm sorry, I've zoned out for a second. So many things.
No, it's okay. The thug that Billy and Koda are attacking, or Billy currently rather, is I can't words. Has hit Billy.
Mhm.
All right, so that's a.
I'm gonna put this back in here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, nat 1. That's nice.
That one. 3.
All right, 3 damage to Billy. Billy shrugs it off like a pro. He's covered in he's bleeding a bit from different areas as the mace has hit him. His nose is welling up with a little bit of blood, but he has this fierce snarl in his face. He's not giving up. The thug goes in for strike number 2. That misses. And the thug, in a panic, tries to run away. Billy, not Koda at this point, but Billy does get an opportunity attack.
Mhm. Oh boy. Go, Billy, go! Go, Billy, go!
Billy hits.
Oh!
Billy definitely
Nice!
hits.
Nice, Billy!
And
Okay, I
does
am
11
back.
damage. Hello. You came back just
What
in time
happened?
to see that the thug Billy and Koda were attacking is knocked back, stunned, and completely unconscious as Billy swipes at him.
Woo!
Knocked the peck out! Nice!
Mm-hmm.
Another pecknick out. Alrighty.
Okay.
Which one was this?
So that
thug
means
who?
that thug number 1's gone.
Okay, so thug number 1 is gone.
All right. Now it's up to thug number 3, the one who's absolutely terrified of the little child. So he has his handbow again, or sorry, his crossbow again, excuse me, and he aims for, he thinks Ben's been feeling a little left out.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
I think that misses though.
the one that you just rolled the 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that misses.
It kinda does.
Wait, for flavor, he goes to Benji and Tally makes a scary noise.
The thud goes "Eek," and completely misses. And next up is the scout, the remaining. Sorry, not the elf, the other scout, and they're aiming. He is aiming for Tally again.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh boy.
Hit.
Oh, that does hit.
Yep.
Even with cover.
5 damage.
Okay.
How's
Tally,
Tally looking?
Tally's doing fine, actually. She hasn't been hit all that often. But I will say, Tally, gets hit by the arrow, and she just glares at them and just starts screaming Grolix. At the top of her lungs. Just language a child should not know.
The thug from before whimpers, but the scout just blinks a few times in absolute shock because he's picked up a bit of Grolix, and no child should be saying that.
Yeah.
So he aims again to hit a Tally.
Gosh, Tally is going feral.
Apparently.
Go.
That also hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second arrow does 6 damage.
Okay. Okay, Tally's doing less okay.
The
She's
scout
less than
starts to
half
back
health
up towards the end. Bloodied. The scout starts to back up towards the end of the alley, looking a little bit uncertain, but still has bow at the ready. And now I'm gonna roll something. It's the first one,
Ooh.
and that's the second one.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
The first one, the balcony that Tally had just been in, the doors slam open, and a thug comes out.
Oh.
We got a new thug.
Crossbow at the ready.
Is it the one that Tally's on, or is it the one that Tally was on?
The Tally was on. Now remind me, this is going to be a bit of scrolling, mind you, but how does a 15 put into the order?
Oh, no.
I believe
Yeah.
that's behind Billy because behind Billy and Scout 1 because I remember both of them. Didn't they both have 19s? Yeah, which means go right before Tally.
All right, and where would a 14 put it?
A 14 just behind them.
Yeah.
All right.
The first one. So which thugs are these?
You don't know for the other one.
How many
Okay,
thugs
so
are there?
I'm going to mark them as Thug 4.
Thug 4, and then unknown for the other one.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
question
put a
mark.
U for them. I put a U. Okay, so this
works.
is the new order now.
Yep. All right. Koda is oblivious to all this. He only has eyes for Sammy currently because he doesn't understand what's happening. Koda just looks around where Sammy is with this absolute shocked expression. His mouth is open, his ears are drooping, he's flapping, just barely flapping, and then he snarls, and the red comes flooding back. He has re-entered a rage.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
And he flies overhead everyone and dives at Sammy.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
All right. Let me just get that. And he's going to attack. Let me just grab his combat. He still has the battle axe out. No, the shield's on the ground. And he's going to go for a reckless attack again. This is his first hit. And I think a 22 hits, wouldn't you say?
22 hits, the first one does not.
No, this is Bo's one attack. He is using reckless attack.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, the 22 hits.
Reckless.
And it is a D10 plus 4. This is his first attack.
Okay.
8 damage to Sammy.
If this is... Question. If this is like a mind control thing, because I'm very familiar with it because I run certain characters that do that, does that mean Sammy gets to make like a wisdom save to possibly snap out of it?
Oh,
Okay,
that
that's
was
a no.
good.
That's a no.
Oh, how do you like that?
Koda just snarls in rage, not bothering to respond as he attacks again.
That one hits.
Oh gosh.
That one hits.
I can roll again for crit.
Oh gosh.
No crit.
No crit.
So Benjamin, he's just looking at Koda, who's attacking Sammy, because Benjamin has not left the alleyway. With his health, he's not running out into the open.
Gosh.
And that's another 8 damage to Sammy.
How does it feel to beat up your best friend?
Holy shit.
Benjamin's now worried that Koda's gonna probably try to attack him.
How does it feel?
Okay.
I mean, Tally did yell that something was wrong with Sammy, so Benjamin would know that.
Also, Sammy's been speaking in a way that is not Sammy. Benjamin would know, even with his not paying attention and stuff. He would know something's up. This is very obvious.
he hasn't known Sammy for too long, but even then he recognizes that there's something wrong with this person because they seem like the caring type who cares for everyone, not just backstab somebody in the middle of battle.
Yeah.
Or back shoot them, whatever.
All right.
Boy.
So he's a little worried.
Okay, so now it's Billy's turn. He's taken off the kitty gloves. He's gonna attack twice.
Who?
He is very upset to say the least, but he's not going back for Sammy or anything like that. He's sticking with the thug in front because he knows there's still trouble. Actually, no way. He took out the thugs. He's going to the scouts. The scouts look understandably nervous as Billy darts between them and aims for the one on the right, not the elf.
Okay.
Just go ahead. Okay, I think that hits.
You think?
Okay, that's
Okay.
not great.
Minimum damage.
but-
That's great.
Yeah, four damage to the one on the right. And he's gonna go again. He's going again with a +6. And that also hits the one on the right.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
6 damage. That scout falls to one knee, very bloodied.
Okay.
Go, Billy, go.
That's the human
And-
one, right? Not the elf one?
the human.
Okay.
The human.
Okay.
With that, Billy spins around to. Actually, no, he doesn't. With that, he's going to use his action surge
Ooh.
and third attack.
Fighter.
Ooh.
Yes.
Are you going to attack the human again? Or you probably are.
He's going for the human again. He wants
Okay.
that guy gone.
Benjamin was kind of aiming for the scouts, but yeah, I guess he can help out Billy. It's okay.
Ooh, completely unnecessarily. I'm not even gonna roll. Billy absolutely
Bonk.
annihilates this guy. The scout goes
Bonk.
flying backwards, hits the wall, and is knocked unconscious.
Bonk. I'm sorry, but every time you say scout, and because of my TF2 brain rot, I just think of scout from Team Fortress 2.
This human does indeed have a Boston accent.
Does he have the dog tags too?
Sure, why
Yes.
not?
Good.
Bonk.
All right.
Barkson Files, where we beat up Scout from TF2.
Sure, why not? Let's go with that. Billy spins around and holds out his rapier in the classic fencing position and raises an eyebrow. The remaining scout, the elf, gulps. But he doesn't give up. It's his turn now. So
Okay,
he draws his short sword
Mm-hmm.
and moves to hit.
Second scout is out.
Oh!
That's a crit.
Why?
Mhm.
Why?
Okay. Well, I gotta roll for that. I don't want to roll for that, but I gotta roll for that.
Don't kill Billy.
10 damage to Billy. Billy howls. He's looking bloodied.
Oh.
No.
And now for the second attack.
Oh. Ah.
16. A 16 does hit.
Ah.
4
I
damage
thought that
to
was
Billy.
damage. Thank Lord that was not damage.
Oh, no.
I'm dying.
Billy whimpers in pain, but he has this grimacing scowl on his face. His sword arm does not waver.
Curse the fact that I don't have any healing anything. Tally.
Benjamin can't heal either, despite he can't heal.
Sammy's the healer.
Yeah.
Sammy, why?
Sammy, this is
Alright,
the worst time to
in
be
the balcony.
possessed.
The thug in the balcony where Tally started has his crossbow out, and he is aiming for. You know what? He's gonna aim for Billy because he sees how damaged this dog is.
No.
Ooh.
No.
8 does not hit.
Ooh, thank Lord.
The
Good.
thug scowls and moves to reload his crossbow. His turn's over.
Okay.
Hey, you
Next
missed!
up,
Tally just kind of taunts.
the original thug that Tally's scared flinches, but it's not the one that just fired.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
It's now the unknown's turn, unless that
Yep.
thug has anything more.
Nope, there's something here. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So 1 second here.
I'm nervous.
Is it Pablo?
Is it Pablo? Is it Pablo? Is it? All right. So a figure darts from behind Sammy and charges for Ben.
Oh.
He uses his dash, and I would say he does have sneak attack because no one knows he's there.
Ben. Don't kill Ben.
Okay.
He's almost bloodied. Almost.
I'm sorry, man. So
Dude,
that
that
is
sneak
a plus
attack.
4 to hit.
Oh no.
16 hit.
Oh no.
Of course it does.
I figured. All right, let's start with the actual damage from the hit. 1d6 plus 2. That's 5 damage.
5 damage?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then the next part, 2d6, an extra 4 damage.
Benjamin is left in a bloodied state after that type of
no.
attack, and he is shocked. He is very shocked.
Is he still standing? Is he
He
still
still
standing?
is standing, yes, but it's probably best that he kind of steps out of battle soon. But he is.
I don't know if
most
he's gonna have a
definitely
chance
surprised
because
he probably.
I don't know if he's gonna have
wouldn't,
a chance because the spy's not done.
Oh.
Freaking spy!
Oh no!
Sammy is a spy.
15.
I'm sorry, I'm making TF2 references now after the scout.
15.
Oh boy.
Does that hit?
Benjamin?
Yep.
Okay, yes, it does.
All right. 1d6 plus 2.
Fun.
Stop, you're gonna kill him.
5.
Stop, you're gonna kill him.
5 damage.
Oh boy.
And it's not gonna kill, it's gonna knock him out. Is the 5 damage enough?
It's not enough to knock Benjamin out, but he most definitely is in a weak position now. With
Oh,
any further
boy.
damage, we'll
Alright,
probably knock him
so-
unconscious.
That's the spy's
Hey,
turn. And it's
Benjamin,
Tally's turn.
if you have any spells that are really strong, now's the time to use them. Oh boy. Okay.
I
It's
do have a
Tally's
few
turn.
spells, but they require components, which I don't have.
We don't use
How-
components in the server.
Yeah,
And
no, you're
how
fine.
many feet?
Wait,
how many?
so
How
I can
many?
just cast them without components?
Yes.
Yes, unless it's one that's like 100 gold or something like that.
Okay.
Oh no, none of them are like that.
I have a question.
It's your turn.
I gotta cast
How
which
far?
one?
How wide is this alleyway? Like in feet?
Well, geez, put that on me, why don't you? How I described it is that 2 grown men could stand shoulder to shoulder in the alleyway.
So that's like 10 feet apart, right?
Sure, why not? That sounds fair.
Shoot. Okay. Well, that won't work because it's not like Tally could just teleport into the middle of the air for this spell.
Maybe a little less than 10.
Okay.
Let's
well,
make
what
it
is
8-ish.
Wait, it's a 10-foot radius. Okay, hold on. I think Tally is ticked off enough to use this. Okay. I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Bonus action hide, I guess, to make this stealthy. Who knows if this will be stealthy or not?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say that's pretty
Okay.
stealthy.
No,
Okay.
that's good. That'll work. You're still.
Don't
Okay.
kill Benjamin.
Tally is going to use her climbing speed to go back to the other balcony and
Mhm.
like go behind the new guy.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay. If Tally were to cast something from a 10-foot radius, would it hit this guy and the other guy across the alleyway?
Mm,
Because that depends on what I'm gonna
well,
do next.
there's one problem here. Would it hit the other people underneath you?
Possibly. They will have to make a saving throw for this spell.
All right. So if you're there, then I'd say the thug across from you, the one you're right behind, Billy, Koda,
Well, like how far,
Ben.
how up above this balcony is it? Is it more than 10 feet up off the ground?
No, it can't be.
Okay.
Well,
It
actually,
can't
let me
be.
think here. No, it could be. But I'm gonna say let's be generous here and say that it only goes for
Please.
Koda and the thug across from you
Okay.
because
Okay,
Koda's
okay.
flying.
Okay. Okay.
Actually,
In
no,
that
I
case,
stand corrected. I stand corrected again. Koda's
Uh-huh.
by Sammy, and Sammy's not in range at all.
okay.
Oh.
It's just a thug. You're
Rat.
real lucky here. You're real lucky.
Okay. So Tally is gonna cast Arms of Hadar.
I knew it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna read it real quick. You invoke the power of Hadar, the dark hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt for you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage but suffers no other effect.
Oh.
So, strength saving throw for the thug right next to Tally and the thug
And
across,
the thug
please.
across. So plus
Yes.
2.
Okay.
This is number
Oh,
1,
come
the one
on.
in front of you.
Ooh,
He
nice.
does perfectly fine. And the one
Oh,
who's
wait.
terrified of
Never
you.
mind.
The one
It's
who's
not nice.
terrified of you.
Hey, hey, the thug who's terrified of Tally has another reason to be terrified of her. Because how this spell looks is that like her eyes go like a bright magenta, and then the shadow that's underneath her feet just has arms that rip out from it and start grappling them and just
Holy shit.
beating the ever-loving crap out of them.
This thug is close to tears. Go ahead and roll damage.
For Pete's sake, Tally!
The thug is on the verge of crying. He is
Necrotic
definitely
damage.
bloody here.
Yeah.
He's definitely bloodied.
Can
He's
I
festering now from the damage.
Can I argue intimidation for like both of them?
You're gonna have disadvantage on the one directly in front of you, but you can fully do it for the guy you just pummeled. Pummel, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Oh
roll.
boy.
I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Okay, that's 1.
Oh,
That's 2. Okay. The one that you just pummeled shits his pants and runs into the building he was in. He's left the battle.
Okay, that's Thug 4,
What about
right?
the other one?
The one in front of you, he doesn't get hit by it, but he sees these weird shadow tendrils shoot past him. He turns around, and this demon child from hell is crouching in front of him. He stumbles backwards and looks just about ready to dive off the balcony.
You should
Okay,
leave before I get cross.
He can't. You're in front of the door.
I know. He's gonna have to jump, isn't he?
okay, quickly, is this the correct order?
Let me check. You missed Thug 4, which is right before the unknown, which is a spy.
I thought Thug left.
That's the other Thug.
Oh, that was the other Thug, Thug 3. Okay.
Yeah.
This is why I'm double checked.
Tally has successfully scared off a grown man.
Yep.
Go Tally.
Go, Tally!
Tally is angry.
Don't mess with
With a
them.
nat 20, I think that's a fair statement.
Okay, is this better? Is this...
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Alrighty.
All
I'm
right,
sorry,
next up is Ben.
Ben, is the spy still behind him?
Spy is there.
Spy is there. Benjamin, I was gonna have him throw the dagger at one of the scouts, but he's got a bigger problem to deal with here, so he spins around with the dagger, trying to yet again stab him. Benjamin,
I'm going to give an offer of advice. Would you care to hear it?
Yes, that was probably a terrible choice, wasn't it?
No, it's not a bad choice. I'm just saying you might want to run away. In this case, you have shocking grasp still.
I do. I probably could use it again.
It's
Yeah,
just
you
an
could
option.
use shocking grasp and get rid of their reactions so they can't opportunity
Right.
attack.
Exactly.
Actually, I am going to use shocking grasp. Thank you. I was
Yeah.
getting ready. I was about to get ready to use strength of the grave, which.
Well, go ahead.
Anyway, I'm gonna use shocking grasp at them. So, spy, if you could stand, please. I just gotta give you.
Could you kindly stand still?
Thank you.
I need to apply a sapper to you.
I'm not a sentry.
No, I'm talking about the spy. That's you trying to shock him. Go ahead and roll for that.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find his shizoozles. Okay.
Oh,
Zap!
Stab that spy.
30,
Stab him.
21.
Just go ahead and okay.
Stab the
The
spy.
spy. You slap the
Zap
spy in
the
the
spy.
chest, and arcs
Spy.
of electricity shoot across him. How much damage do you do?
I'm trying to type that in right now. 11. 11 damage.
to the spy.
Zap!
He's
I just,
not looking happy. He's not looking happy in the least, but he's still there, and he's doing pretty okay.
okay. With that kind of shock, I think I will have Benjamin retreat for now. Well,
Okay.
quite close. With the spy not being able to do anything because he can't react.
Run away!
I will warn you, your only options here are to move past Sammy or to
right.
move to the middle of the battlefield where Billy is fighting the remaining scout. Like he's not there. Like you can move between almost there but not there yet. Those are your only options.
Does it look like Benjamin
could
with
try and
2
climb.
health? It doesn't look like Benjamin with 2 peckin' health left is gonna run out in the middle of the battlefield. He's gonna peck and die.
There's one more option. You could try climbing.
I could. Is there anybody above me?
Climb! Join Tally!
You could either join Tally or you could go to the balcony where the terrified thug fled from.
I'm going to climb onto the balcony and join Tally up there.
You might want to go on the other side, considering there's another hostile.
I will
with
need
Tally.
athletics.
Actually, I'm going to roll to see what Benjamin does because I don't know what the peck he's gonna do. Okay, with that choice, he is going to try and take his chances of running past Sammy.
Oh
Fair.
boy.
Okay.
Which is not going to end well.
Jeez. Okay. All right. So he
Sammy
runs
is
past
busy
Koda,
with
who
Koda,
does
right?
nothing.
Sammy
Yeah,
is busy
he
with
runs
Koda.
past Koda, who does nothing, and he runs past Sammy. What does Sammy do?
Okay, this is me as the player saying, Sammy's not going to attack
Okay.
because because
That's very generous of you.
they are very interested.
Preoccupied?
They're very preoccupied. Yes.
Okay.
Plus,
So, I'm
Benjamin
gonna
has
say with
strength of the grave, so if Sammy did try something, he could roll a charisma saving throw to see if he can make it out with just 1 health left.
Well, luckily he doesn't have to.
Luckily.
With Sammy's distraction, Ben darts right past and back to the entrance to the alleyway.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, he's going to
Okay.
hang out there for now because with very low health, he's not going to be very helpful. But he's probably not being very, very helpful by cowarding, so.
Okay, next up is Sammy.
And
So is Benjamin now out of the fight, or?
You're out of range of being hit. If you want to leave the fight, you can.
Uh,
Oh gosh.
no, I'm going to stay for there for a few rounds, see if I might make myself useful.
Okay, do
Okay.
is
The second hit. The second hit
hits.
hits.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, roll damage. 8 plus 2. 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. Koda is looking bloodied.
Oh no.
And
Oh boy.
Sammy grins underneath the mask.
Okay. Well, next up is Koda's turn. And Koda's not letting up. Koda goes ahead and let's see here.
Wait, what about the other thugs? Weren't
Oh, no,
there
they're
other
gone.
people? Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
are
they're-
gone.
they're-
Never mind. I just checked the order again.
Yeah, because Tally has been apparently doing very well.
Yeah, apparently. So with that, Koda is going to use. Actually, I stand corrected. You have advantage.
Oh.
So if you want to re-roll that first one, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, because of the
Reckless attack.
reckless attack.
No.
That doesn't make
Nothing. Nope,
Okay,
not.
good.
Definitely not.
No.
Good. Good.
All right. Well, Koda is going to use reckless attack again, and he's gonna aim for Sammy, of course. That's a statement I didn't think I'd say.
Oh boy.
That doesn't hit.
That misses. However, he does have reckless attack.
That also doesn't hit.
No, his first hit just goes wide. He's too pissed off. He can't aim. But he's not giving up. He still has another attack.
That hits.
I can do a crit still. I can do a crit still. No, okay.
No.
So with that, he's gonna do 1d10 plus 4. 5 damage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How does it feel to hurt your best friend?
Koda snarls, but he well, if you're paying attention, it kind of looks like he was pulling his punch there.
Ooh. Stop laughing. You're making Benjamin nervous. No.
Tally from the balcony is gonna shout, "Can you shut up?"
All right. Next up is Billy.
Okay, unless the spy comes back, I know what if the spy doesn't come back for Benjamin, I know what Benjamin's gonna do next.
Billy is panting. He's not looking too hot, but he's going to attack the scout all the same.
Okay.
The elf, rather. So he's going to go ahead and use. That does not hit,
On.
but he's going to do it again. That also
No.
does not hit, of course. However,
Ooh.
let me get this. Billy uses a superiority dice, and
What?
he's going to attempt to frighten the elf.
Ooh.
That would be to the. Let's see. I think I'm doing this right. Yeah, I'm gonna say it works. Let's go. Just go with it. So he has to roll for wisdom save, and that's a +1. And that doesn't beat it. The scout stumbles back in fright. It's his turn next. So the elf, in absolute terror, starts backing away as Billy's fur stands on edge, his teeth bared in a snarl of rage. Billy looks absolutely terrifying to him. He turns tail and runs. Billy gets to attack.
Alrighty?
Yeah, because the opportunity attack.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh yes!
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
hit. For dang sure that's gonna hit.
Get rid of that scout. Get rid of him.
9 damage
Nine.
to the scout. The scout is left with 1 health as he runs from the battle.
Alrighty, are they out? Or
The elf has escaped.
that means they're out of battle, right?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So on the ground you have. So everyone except for the elf and the thug who is terrified of Tally is still there. Those 2 have ran away.
Mhm.
Okay.
Everyone else is either knocked unconscious or still fighting.
Yeah.
So
Next
there's
up is the thug next to Tally. He's very intimidated, but I'm gonna say because he has no choice in the matter, he can't exactly dive off the balcony.
Mhm.
Well, he could.
Ooh.
He's not gonna. He is gonna
Yep.
fight back. We're all the same.
Great. That's fantastic.
Alright,
Hold
the
on.
thug is gonna use his mace, but because he's scared, he's only gonna hit once.
Okay.
That's the concession I'm giving you there. The
Okay.
18. I
That
think
does
that's it.
hit. That does hit.
Yeah. Oops. There we go. And make sure I got that right. And his mace swipes down to hit you for 4 damage.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Callie is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Doesn't sound good.
Oh boy.
It doesn't sound good at all.
Okay. Does
Okay.
that mean it's
So now it's-
Callie's turn?
Nope, it's the spy's turn.
Oh wait,
And the
it's
spy
unknown, right?
is jerking with electricity, but he does his best to shake it off. And he spins around and aims for. He's gonna go for Billy.
No.
Okay.
While Billy's back his turn.
No.
Leave the dad alone!
What he does first, however, is he does attempt to hide. So
Of
I'm gonna
course,
go
of
around
course.
him probably, but let's see how that works out all the same. So stealth +4. He is in the middle of the alleyway, but Billy's back is turned. Billy's back is
No.
turned. Oh, I'm gonna give it to the spy. The spy is hidden
Okay,
from
yeah.
Billy.
Oh,
From
no.
Billy. So he darts forward and he attempts to attack Billy.
Do they hit?
So that's 1d4 plus 20. Or sorry, 1d20 plus 4 rather. No, that's a nat 1. No, that definitely
Good. Good. Good.
Oh,
But
sorry, wrong
attack again.
reaction.
No!
That also misses.
Wait a
The
second.
spy is looking a bit put out, but he's still hidden
Question.
from Billy because Billy is so exhausted he hasn't noticed.
If Billy is a fighter, doesn't that mean he has second wind?
He does.
He can heal. Okay, that's good to know.
He can. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you wouldn't
Okay.
know that your character, but you as a player can.
Yeah, I know.
All
but
right.
Tally's
Next up is Tally.
preoccupied. Okay. I gotta roll hammer space. Please be kind to me. Okay, good. Tally
Okay.
takes off her hat and pulls out a rapier. This is something she's never used before. Oh boy, new weapon.
Oh, shit. Hey,
Yeah.
Barkson.
Huh?
Taking after Barkson, huh?
Okay. Gotta roll to attack. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a 23. I do.
Yeah, that definitely hits the thug.
Yeah. Time to do some damage. Boop. Oh, minimum damage.
Well, that doesn't do much. But he winces in pain all the same because this rapier is just swiped at his leg.
Yep. Bonus action, disengage.
Yeah, go ahead. Where are you going?
Callie is now climbing down the wall.
So now you're not next to Koda or Sammy. Or Billy for that matter. You're between the two parties.
Yeah.
You're close to the spy, however.
Callie is just gonna stay there for a bit and just like holding on to her rapier and just like looking between the two of them, like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
The one closest to you is the spy, but he's not quite in range.
I don't think Tally can see the spy though, because her passive perception is not high enough to see him
Okay.
from
Alright,
his
cool.
hiding. But wait,
Spy is very,
the spy did make an attack though, so that means he would no longer be in hiding.
Yeah, for anyone except for Billy, I'm gonna say yes. Billy still doesn't know because he's so exhausted.
Okay, got it. That's fair.
Okay, so
Okay,
you
I think.
can the spy.
Okay. Can I have Tally shout out a warning possibly to Billy?
You can. Use your
Okay,
free-
yeah, that's good. Tally's doing that. just to
Billy
Mr.
spins
Billy!
around. He spins around, shocked at Tally's yell, and comes face to face with the spy, who grimaces because, well, that's not good.
Yeah, it isn't.
He's
Okay.
been between the terrifying child and Billy, who is just taken out or scared off rather his companion, and taken out the other one.
Yep.
Oh boy. Benjamin, on
Okay.
the other hand, he is about to die.
Not yet. You don't die.
Not
you just
yet.
get knocked out. You
Yeah,
get to use
unconscious.
your...
He's about to go unconscious, but you still understand.
All right. So Ben is on the balcony, or no, he's sorry. He ran
No.
into the front entry of the alleyway.
Yeah. He takes a few deep breaths, and I quickly do want to ask, how far is Sammy from him?
Well, you see, Well, how far did you want it? Like, what are you questioning?
Okay.
Words. Yeah. How far are you asking here? Like, what's the distance you're going for?
Feet, preferably feet.
No. I mean, like, how far would you need to be in order to do whatever you need to do?
That's a good question. How far do I need to be from Sammy to throw a dagger?
Yeah, I don't have the dagger memorized. Isn't it like 20, 40, or 40, 60 or something? It should say.
I'm not sure.
Here, let me look
I'm
up
looking
dagger. Yeah, let me look up dagger.
It doesn't say on the sheet on how far I could throw
It's
it.
20 range. So I'm gonna say that you will have disadvantage if you try to throw it.
Okay. So.
Because he's less than 20 feet away.
Okay. Upon that, okay, it's nice to know that, but Benjamin, he looks behind him and sees Koda is trying to attack Sammy and Benjamin, he has a dagger and wants to switch over to a crossbow, but not wanting to waste the dagger, he throws it at Sammy first. It's the first thing he does.
Okay, so roll for disadvantage. Roll with disadvantage, I mean.
Alrighty, so that I add a +4 bonus attack to that, right? Or
yeah, go ahead. That should be right. All right, now roll again.
I know I am rolling. And
okay,
ooh,
yeah.
Okay, 17. Does that hit Sammy?
That hits.
Alrighty.
Strikes him between the shoulder blades.
Okay, that's piercing damage, so 1d4 plus 1, 5.
Oh, that's smart.
But and Benjamin, now no longer having his dagger on him, I'm going to roll hammer space for him to pull out his crossbow.
Go ahead.
Already?
Yeah.
Don't pull out a butter knife.
I don't know. Butter knife's doing pretty well in this game.
For Tally, sure, but he missed on an ogre that was 3 feet away from him, maybe even less. Yeah, no.
All right, you get
he
what you
pulls
want.
out his crossbow with that.
Okay. All right, that's Sammy's turn then. Unless you have anything else.
No, I don't really have anything else. Benjamin stays behind, catching his breath a little bit longer.
Okay, so that's Sammy's turn.
Okay, and does first one hit Koda?
Does an 18? Let me double check. Yeah, they both hit.
Okay.
9 damage.
Plus 4 for one,
And-
3 damage. Sorry.
And 3 damage. Koda's not looking too great.
Ooh.
How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel to get your ass kicked?
Koda flinches. The red drains from his ears as he falls to the ground. He doesn't take any damage from falling, but he does hit the ground hard. Because his wings are, well, there's an arrow through one of them. Koda hits the ground, but he still has his axe in hand, and he raises it to try and hit Sammy.
Go, Koda.
A 12 does not hit.
He's not using reckless action anymore, by the way. I don't think you need reckless action for the other ones unless you want to reroll to try and get a crit before. I'll go back and grant you that if you want.
Nah.
Yeah, let's be nice to Koda here. So this is for his second attack.
A 17 does
That
hit.
hit. Awesome. Or maybe not. It's hard to say. And 7 damage to Sammy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Billy. Or unless, sorry.
Koda's panting and his grip on his battle axe is loose. He has exited a rage, and I've completely forgotten to use the rage the entire time. So, oh well, it was just for description's sake.
Oh boy.
Let's just say he wasn't raging too hard against Sammy. He was more angry at the situation at hand. Welcome back, Abby. You came back in good time. It's Billy's turn now.
Oh boy.
Billy stumbles over to stumbles a bit as he moves to attack the spy.
Second wind, please.
Go
I'm
on.
begging you.
Mm-hmm. And let's see here. Plus 6.
Kill that spy. Kill him.
22. That most definitely hits.
Kill that mother pecker. Or make him
Knock him out.
unconscious.
5
Knock him out.
damage to Spy.
Aw.
Oh boy.
Spy is bloodied. Spy is definitely bloodied.
Okay.
And Billy is going to... One second here. I'm just double checking something. Sorry, I'm trying to find something.
Second wind, I beg of you.
I'm getting there. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, he's
Like-
going to use the second wind. I was just looking for it.
Good. Okay, good. Oh.
Oh, geez. You were panicked a little there, weren't you? Okay.
We have to heal. We have to heal the doggo.
He's going to use his bonus action to roll a 1d10 plus 5.
Oh, so nobody's concerned for the bird who's left on 2 health.
Oh, we
Look,
can't heal the
none of
bird.
us have
Sorry.
healing.
We can't heal the bird. I'm sorry.
Only Sammy has healing, but they currently seem occupied, you know.
Just a little bit.
You know.
All right, so Billy takes a whopping 11 health back. And he looks ready to continue the fight. So he's going to attack again. He is going to, let's see here. He's gonna use his rapier, of course. 1d20 plus 6. 12. Unfortunately, that does. Actually, no, it hits because it meets it. He does hit the
Yes!
spy.
Yes!
Yeah.
Go off, Billy!
6 damage to the spy. The spy is winces in pain, but he's not out for the count yet. Next up is the thug. So the thug is going to attack again. Oh, 1 second.
Oh,
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 Up.
oh. Hey, question real quick. Mira?
Mira?
What's happening?
oh,
That's-
you
that's what I meant.
know.
I don't know. I
We
don't
don't.
know, Mira.
I don't. Tell us.
You might find out. You may not. It all depends on what you guys do.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm back.
I'm gonna
I-
kill him.
Please,
I'll kill him.
please.
And I think something terrifying just happened.
We're unconscious. I'll knock him unconscious.
They were
Alright.
basically trying to grill me, and I'm being very vague on purpose.
So
Wait.
can I use... Here, Tally.
Tally?
Sorry. Can I
Me?
use a wisdom saving throw to try and get unintimidated?
Sure.
All right.
I'll make it
let's
my
go for
spell
this.
save DC. That way I have a number ready. But like I want to say that Tally is underneath the balcony, so it's harder to see her.
Yeah, but the thug is right next to her.
No, she's on the floor now because she
Oh,
climbed
okay.
down. She disengaged and climbed down to the floor.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sorry. All right. Well, might as well
valid.
still be unintimidated.
Yeah, because that
He
definitely
shakes
makes it.
He shakes it off because what is he doing? This is a kid. And he takes aim at Billy.
Oh no.
That does not hit.
Oh, no.
Good.
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 Good. Good.
Next up is the spy.
Oh, not good.
Spy, you mother pecker. You better run.
All
Better run,
right.
spy.
So the spy is going to use his short sword, of course. +4 to hit. 15 does not. It does hit because it meets his armor class. Okay. However, Billy is going to use his
Superiority dice?
Yep.
Ooh,
And parry.
yeah! Parry!
Yeah.
Oh!
Going to reduce the damage by the number he rolls on the spirit die plus his dexterity modifier.
Nice!
So D8 and then it's dexterity. So that would be 3.
Okay.
6. So it's minus. It's 6 taken away from whatever damage spy does.
Oh boy.
Entirely.
nice.
Yeah. Okay. It bounces right off of his sword as Billy just flings the sword to the side. But the spy recovers quickly and moves to make his second attack.
Oh gosh. Please.
That does hit. However, he parries again.
Oh.
11. There is no way the spy can beat this. But let's see.
Nice.
The spy does absolutely no damage, and his sword is actually flung to the side.
Nice.
The spy
Nice.
uses his bonus action to disengage and darts to pick up his short sword as he runs back from Billy. Unfortunately, he moves closer to Tally.
Hey, opportunity attack possibly?
From Billy, yes. If it wasn't disengaged, however.
Yeah, I meant. Oh yeah, that's true. Never mind. That means Tally wouldn't get it either.
Because that's moving into our range.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
next
okay,
up is
okay.
Tally's attack. So you can attack.
Okay, the spy is next to Tally now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Timmy, no,
that's a nat
no,
one.
that's a nat one.
Yeah, Tally shrieks in surprise, and now she's gonna hit the spy with a rapier. So that's a d20 plus that one.
Go ahead.
Bonk!
Bonk.
I think that hits. All right, go ahead. Take out the Frenchman.
Bonk!
Bonk.
You swipe at the spy's thighs, and he goes down, crumbles. He's knocked out.
Alrighty, that's another character I can knock off this list.
Oh, that
Tally,
only
just to make sure he's
does.
unconscious, kicks him in the side before, like, and then she like
Groans.
looks up at Billy, and then looks over at Sammy, and she's gonna start running towards Sammy.
Okay.
Oh no.
The spy
And
groans
she-
in pain.
She can't do anything, but you know, she's gonna get there, and that's the end of her
Alright.
turn.
Next up is Ben.
Okay, oh boy. Okay, can I be reminded what state is Koda in?
He's not
I know
looking
they're
too hot.
bloodied.
He's
Okay.
not looking too hot. His wing has been
Benjamin
pierced. He's on the ground.
Benjamin, he probably now understands what Koda is trying to do, not fully understanding the reasoning behind it, but Benjamin being too far away from the battle, he assumes that Billy and Tally can both take out the main threat as he's going to attempt to try and help Koda deal with whatever the heck is wrong with Sammy.
I think Sammy
And
is
for
the main
that-
threat.
Realizing how useless a crossbow is in this situation, I am going to try and cast Fudgers. I can't decide which between these two spells, so I'm gonna roll. See which spell.
Valid. That's valid.
I don't know which one to use because both are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lemon.
Dang it! I forgot which one was D1, so I'm gonna re-roll for that.
that worked.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Okay.
Valid.
Okay. Okay. I guess it's firebolt.
Firebolt.
I cast firebolt at Sammy, which I need to do a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
How do I do a ranged spell attack? Is it just a regular? Is it like a regular one?
It's D20 plus your shoot. We talked about this earlier. Was it charisma?
Yeah. Is it?
I can't remember.
Is it just
And
like
then
a regular
proficiency.
one, or?
Yeah, it's a regular attack.
Okay. Does that hit?
Oh, +7.
Oh gosh.
Does that hit?
Pretty
Yeah.
sure
That
that
does
hit.
hit. That does hit.
Pretty sure it does.
I'm pretty
Alright.
sure it do.
Okay.
Give me the damage.
Alrighty, this is
Firebolt real quick, because I think that's a cantrip, which means
yeah, it's a cantrip. It does 1d10 fire damage.
you do 2d10 because you're level 5.
Alright, do 2d10. So
Yep.
8.
Okay.
Foosh.
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 Wait, quickly, can I do something? I'm curious if I could do this. Is it possible if I can reach into my hammer space and pull out a bat? Because I want to hit the fireball like a baseball bat.
No, roll for it. I'll give it. Roll for it.
Do
If
it.
works, roll
Do
a
it.
20.
Do it for flavor.
Roll for it. Yeah, roll a 20 wins.
I pull out Benjamin. He
Crap.
reaches into his shoulder feathers, pulls out a bat, casts firebolt, throws it in the air, and hits it.
Beautiful.
I imagine as it hits Sammy, it makes the bonk sound effect.
Beautiful. But unfortunately, it's now
I know.
Sammy's turn.
Oh boy.
But Sammy's got a bat, but not Sammy, but Benji's got a bat now.
Oh, that stings, you stupid pile of ink! And she's going to do an unarmed strike and kick at Koda, who is on the ground currently.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, that is a nat 20.
you just said she. Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Roll for your nat 20 of damage.
Well,
Okay.
that was an unarmed strike, so that was 4 normal. So that's 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, well, it could have been worse. Could have been worse.
But
Koda,
yeah,
Koda,
Sammy punts
Koda whimpers and goes
Koda.
flying backwards.
Yeah, Sammy just pecking punts Koda like a soccer ball.
Koda flies backwards and not with wings. And he collides with Tally.
Oh, what? Can I at least make a save?
You're the closest. You're the closest.
Can I at least make a save? A dex save.
Dex save. Dex save.
You're not gonna.
Thank you.
All right.
We're not gonna kick
Tally
it at
dodges out of the
Benji.
way. Tally dodges away as Koda goes flying.
Gosh.
Koda is not looking too hot here, but it is his turn. So he
Benjamin is
scrambles
just
to
terrified.
he scrambles to his feet, looking. Honestly, his ears are a dark blue, and there is a little bit of black swirling in him.
Oh boy. I'm sorry. Is Thug 4 still around, or did they?
He's still around.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. So Koda darts forward again. He's not giving up despite his his eyes are tearing up. He's tearing up. He darts forward and he brandishes battle axe. He is gonna roll.
A
15 hit?
Yep.
Okay. So 1d10 plus 4. 10 damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. He is going to attack again, though. And he uses. No, he's just going to attack. You know what? He's going to use reckless attack. He's going to do it.
He's gonna do it.
He's doing it. Plus 12. So now he's going to roll again for a reckless attack.
A 20
20.
hits.
What's the order anymore? Hold on, I'm gonna copy
Okay,
and paste it again.
here we go. There it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
I still
Yeah,
have it.
accurate. Okay.
I have it up so I personally know, but if you need it, I can post it.
Good, thank you, because I was confused.
6 damage.
It's okay.
Okay, 6 damage. And as Koda strikes again, Sammy's form wavers. And first there's a bit of gray, and then it melts into a human with bright, brilliant red hair shining against the grayscale. And she looks furious.
Koda.
I'm sorry, I cut out. What did I miss?
Quite a
I'm
bit.
sorry.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so Sammy's not Sammy. Sammy is a human, and
Red
Sammy?
hair.
Brilliant red hair.
hey,
Koda's ears.
this sounds like
Wait.
someone we've seen in an FPS, Mira.
I
Hey,
have it.
Ears flush of all color, and they turn bright red as Koda enters his final rage for his bonus action. He ends his
Cool.
turn.
cool.
Next up is
Alrighty.
Billy. Billy.
Wait, so
Char-
Sammy isn't Sammy?
Sammy is
Sammy's-
not Sammy.
Sammy's not Sammy.
Then
Billy
where is
charges
Sammy?
forward and attempts to grab Koda. I'm gonna roll to grapple. Let me just find it. That's athletics. The silence is nerve-wracking.
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to say?
All right, and now for Koda, he's going to contest this, of course, because he wasn't expecting Billy to grab him.
No, please, come on. No.
Get rid of the support thug. Come
Just
on.
gonna drop this in here for reference.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. I know them. I watched that FPS, Mira.
I didn't. Who the heck are they?
Koda squirms free of the grapple, turning just barely. He doesn't even turn to acknowledge Barkson. He just continues to try and fight. Billy snarls slightly and says, "Don't kill them. We need to take them in. They'll know what happened to Sammy."
Like, I'll tell you anything.
And that's Billy's turn.
Benji. Sorry, I'm getting
That's
the two
Billy's
confused.
turn.
Yeah.
Next up is the thug. The
Yes.
thug sees what's happening, and he's not happy with the situation. He's going to fire a single crossbow at Koda.
Come on. No. Leave the boy alone.
Nope.
So Sammy is not Sammy.
Nope. Sammy is not Sammy.
Okay. I've replaced Sammy with a spy question mark.
Call her Red.
I'm gonna call him Red.
Mm-hmm. That 16 does not hit. The arrow flies past, and the thug takes one step back, another step back, turns around, jerks open the doors, and flees.
Okay, so
He's gone into the restaurant.
Does that mean it's
the thug.
Tammy's turn?
The thug has gone into the restaurant, and he's fled the battle.
Alrighty, so that's thug off here.
Uh-huh. It's just the player characters in red.
That means it's Tally's turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to post this quickly.
Good. Okay, that means it's Tally's turn. Tally is gonna run behind this lady whose Koda is in front of, so she can flank her and get advantage. And then, is that how that works? I'm pretty sure that's
Go
how that
ahead.
works. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
also
fine.
gonna.
That works.
I'm also
You're gonna
gonna
have to move
use my.
past. Wait, quickly though. Billy turns to Tally and says, "Don't kill her." He repeats urgently.
I'm not
Kill
going
her.
to. I don't kill people. And then Tally is gonna bonus action cast Green Flame Blade because bonus damage, very nice, and rapier attack.
Yeah.
Oh boy, please. This has
You
advantage.
get sneak attack with that, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You're a rogue.
okay.
Nice.
Oh dear.
That's a crit.
Okay. So, hold on. I have a lot of damage I'm about to do. Because I have a lot of stacked stuff. Let me flip over to the rogue and see how much she has. Hold on. Because she's gonna be doing a lot here. Where is the rogue? I'm losing. Where was my place? There it is. Okay, so if she's 4th level, that's 2d6. Okay. First I'm gonna do the rapier damage, which is the thing that gets doubled. 8 plus 4. Bunk.
Bunk.
Well,
Okay.
that's sad.
Now
That's
there's
sad. Damage.
sneak attack.
16
And
damage.
now there's
She's-
the green flame blade bonus damage.
She's definitely past
Jeez.
bloodied. She, like-
Currently 16 damage.
Hold on.
Let's let this happen. Mira.
Oh,
Let's
I
let
am.
it happen.
I am. She's,
Hold on, I'm looking.
I'm just saying, with every attack and every bit of damage that's stacking up on her, she's Like, she goes down to one knee. Now she's onto both knees. Oh boy. Tally, you're...
That's 1d8 fire damage.
20,
Does that
22 damage
knock
in
him out?
total.
Yeah! Hi! Don't mess with rogues!
She's... I'm just gonna say she's prone at this point, because, whew, that was a lot. She's like
Yeah.
kind of...
My turn.
And then
My turn.
Tally's... No, Tally's not done. Tally's gonna try to be scary. Tally's
No,
gonna, like,
no.
put her-
Oh,
Tally's gonna, like,
Go ahead.
put her foot on this person and very threateningly say, "Where is Sammy?"
Oh, the little equal's so far gone. Good
As-
luck.
If you don't stop laughing, I'm going to hurt you.
as Red says this, Koda attempts to push Koda attempts to push Tally to the side.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna-
Are we still in initiative or?
yes, but
Yeah.
actually
Okay.
no, we're no longer in initiative. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Koda's just making through.
okay.
So he's
mean-
gonna try and push Tally to the side.
I mean, Tally's just gonna move.
Okay. So he pushes unnecessarily,
Because it-
Tally moves, and Koda has he's down to, I'll tell you guys, he's down to 7 health. Koda panting, bloody, in pain, ears bright red, draws his axe and levels it at Red's neck. Before he can do anything, Barkson attempts to grapple him one more time. I'm going to give Barkson advantage for this.
Come on, dice
Uh,
parser.
Koda is still
Come
being
on,
weak.
dice parser.
Come on, dice parser.
Let's see here, +3. Oh, sorry, no, it's athletics, so it's -1. Excuse me.
Yes.
14.
Ooh.
Let's do it again. 14. Okay, and now for Koda, it's going to be
Come on, Koda.
Come on, roll. Oh no!
Billy is thrown to the side essentially by this little raging demon child, and I do mean this literally this time, not just figuratively. And Koda raises his axe to behead this behead Red. Billy yells, "Stop him!"
Could Benjamin intervene with his grapple?
Go ahead.
I'm going to intervene.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Just like pecking, tackle him.
Yeah, that I'm gonna. Oh no, wait, that's -2. Frick.
You have to do athletics if you're gonna grab. Yep,
Yeah,
that's not good.
no.
Golly,
Well-
you want to help?
I don't.
Yeah, you Benjamin.
He pushes Ben away.
I don't know
Uh,
if Tally can help. I think Tally's just gonna try persuasion because she's definitely not strong. And like Tally's gonna shout, "Wait! Don't! If
Go
we
ahead.
have to find Sammy, and if we hurt her too badly, she won't be able to talk. And please."
Roll persuasion.
With advantage.
With advantage.
I'll give it advantage.
Well, no, she has
No,
the food. She has advantage from the food, remember?
Exactly, from the food.
Yeah. Wait, does it work
Oh,
throughout the
yeah.
whole round, or is it you get? Oh.
Here's why I gave you the food.
Okay.
I think with that, Koda turns with a very confused expression. He still looks enraged. It's a weird mixture of fury and confusion. As purple mixes to intertwine with the black lacing his red ears. And with that, Billy swoops down and plucks Koda from Red. But this is the first time Billy's gotten a good look at Red. And he looks down and he gapes. Red? Is Is that you?
Oh, wait.
And with that,
Wait, before anything
Everything-
else happens, Tally's gonna try to knock out Red.
not having that happen this session.
Dang it.
Because
Okay.
everything-
Ah,
color fades back in the picture and we return to the office. I need a smoke break, Billy declares as he stands up from his position, hunched over the desk. We find ourselves back at the guard office, like I said, where the story began, away from the group of kids. The flashback is abruptly concluded with Billy's ever-present addiction. You're seriously ending it there? The guard interviewing him looks somewhat flabbergasted, watching as Billy scoots in his chair and turns around to move away. Wait a minute, you've been smoking during this entire conversation. So? Billy glances at the guard out of the corner of his eye, lips curling up slightly in a smirk. As the officer splutters in reply, Billy opens the door and steps outside. He glances up, smirk sliding off his face with a sigh. Billy removes the cigar from his mouth, tapping it idly against the wall. His breath puffs in the cool night air as he does so, mumbling out, "Wayne and Givus tonight. Must have missed the blue moon." Billy moves to relight his smoke, expression tight, gaze glassy out of distraction as he thinks back on what happened. Those kids. Damn it all, Sinclair. And the screen fades to black.
Oh,
Session's over.
okay.
I think it's about time we say goodbye, wouldn't you say?
Bye, guys.
goodbye.
It was fun.
Bye.
Thanks for
I
listening
guess.
in.